It was over, baby. But we're back with some more DPL. I know what you're asking right now. Echo, how the hell are you gonna top that last round? I'm still working on it. That being said, though, absolute shout out to Boxy and Fellow. I mean, they outdid themselves in that last game. It was crazy. And the only way that I'm gonna be able to top that or even come remotely close to it is bring out my secret weapon. So I've got the one and only predator of the sea, stuffed shark, is with me here today. How you feeling, man?
Bro, I am hyped. This is going to be a match for the record books. Global Breakout versus Danger Doodles. Two
Woo.
teams considered to be top one, top two back in the day. Yet all of a sudden, it's been a change in the timeline. We now have Gnomes, Kitura, and Kitura beating Gnomes. What's happening?
Dude,
Is this real life? Is this really happening?
we shifted some universe at some point, my man, because it's just
Yo,
I mean, the tables have been turned. Absolutely. It's gonna be insane. That
wow.
yeah, it's crazy. That being said, though, I mean, it's like you said, Danger Doodles, they gotta fight to survive right now, man. If they need to win
Mhm.
this thing, if they want to be facing gnomes in the losers bracket semifinal next week, Saturday, to give themselves even the chance to be the winners of this major. And I mean, it's gonna be a bloodbath. That's really all there is to say to
Oh,
it.
yeah. This is going to be an absolute battle of the ages and really going to be a true testament of these teams to see how they can perform in a tough situation. The both in losers bracket. There's no more, safety. If you
Nope.
lose, you're out. Plain and simple. So if they want to keep going,
Absolutely.
they got to win and you got to go all out. It's going to be a tough one.
Oh yeah, and I gotta say, I'm seeing a little pattern here, right? Okay, so last week we had
Mhm.
Boxing Fella, right? That cast before us, and that match just went on for ages, right? It was so damn close. Then we follow
Mhm.
up, right? And our match was
Mhm.
so damn close as well. Comes down to the wire. And same thing's happening this week. So I'm wondering if we're gonna be getting like global breakout danger duels, maybe going
Mm.
like double overtime or something like that. If it is, then I'm no superstitious man, but hey, you never know.
I can see it being the case too. History likes to repeat itself sometimes, and I think that of all the teams right now playing, these two teams very, very likely to repeat and go down to the wire here. Man, prediction wise, between the two teams, who do you think's gonna take it?
Ooh, okay. So I mean, I got the pleasure of watching Global Breakout play yesterday already. So they're definitely on top of their game. I saw some crazy plays coming out from them. They are as aggressive as it gets. There was not a single round where they didn't have at least someone like Plebdo with a mop chilling, especially on defensive rounds, just chilling on these windows, trying to get those early picks. And they had these amazing, some like big brain IQ plays where they were just hurting them all in when it came to the attacking side. They were hurting in all the defenders into like a little kill box and just taking them out. So they are a force to be reckoned with. But we know that Danger Doodles, they're not going to go down without a fight. But I think that if Global Breakout can perform the way they did yesterday, I think they might just take this thing. What about you?
Oh, all right, all right. So between these two teams of Danger Doodles and Global Breakout, it would have been an easy call before this tournament started. Global Breakout would have gone all the way to the finals, not even a question, not even breaking a sweat. Yet now we thought of Galakuza versus Global Breakout, or Danger Doodles rather. It was such a weird matchup and kind of lineup there. We were kind of wondering who's going to take it, who's going to go where.
Hmm.
I think between these two teams here, I'm gonna give the first game to probably Global Breakout. Game two, maybe Danger Doodles. If they can bring it
Okay.
back. If Danger Doodles take game one, they're gonna take game two and probably take the win. But I think if game one goes to Global Breakout, I think Danger Doodles will take game two, and game three is gonna be a toss up. That's my
Okay.
prediction.
Okay. Okay. I could definitely see that. That would be interesting to see. And I mean, if history does repeat itself, then it's definitely going to be a close match. And who knows? We might even be sitting here like 2 rounds in, going like, "Who the hell's going to win it?" We have no clue. Just like last week, right? We had
Yeah,
no idea who was going to win. It was so damn close, and it came down to those final deciding rounds. But it's going to be a banger. That is,
this
it's
is
going to
gonna
be a
be a
banger.
heater. 100%. This is
Absolutely,
gonna be one to watch.
absolutely. Let's see here. I think
All
they
right,
have
looks like
queued up.
Yep, they're going in, and it looks like the match is starting just now between Global Breakout and, of course, Danger Doodles. This is going to be one to watch for. Global Breakout they have a pretty strong lineup here of players here. Looks like I saw SaChi in there, Plebdo.
I believe so.
Big
Yeah,
names
dude,
in there,
dude.
yeah.
Plebdo, man. Whew, do not give this man the mop. I'll tell you that much. From what I saw yesterday, do not give this man the mop. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a spicy one for sure. Try to keep your eyes and ears focused. This first map looks like it's a pretty interesting C-store map. Pretty big storefront. I like the bomb placement forward on. The green doors on the side though. A little interesting to see where they're going to place their bomb and place all their stuff.
All right.
Hmm.
Once again, though, every time we say it, first round, this is where you set the precedent for how you're gonna continue this going on, right? It's like if you could sweep them here, that's like that's minus 50 mental points right there, bro. That's a big boom to the that's big damage. That's big damage.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Yeah, it's going to be a big round to kind of determine what the teams are going to do it, how the team is going to pace themselves, and how they're going to really try and play themselves to set who's going to be the president, who's going to be on top, who is the alpha and who's going to be the beta in this kind of lineup here. Lineup-wise, I'm liking the strats coming out from Danger Doodles. Global Breakout, they're very flash-heavy. You know, Red Door Freezer is not a bad approach because you're fast to the bomb here. I like that, but I think the heavy flash on the right side might be a little bit costly in this set, but it might work out well for them.
Yeah, no, for real. It's going to be interesting to see how they play this thing. Now, last time, right? So I say last time, but it was literally just yesterday when I was watching Global Breakout. They were like, okay, we keep saying, right, that they're just absolutely aggressive. But I mean, when I say that, I mean they were aggressive. They were not scared to be whipping out the power weapons first round. It did not matter what the next map were going to be. They brought out the Saber to Dome, right? When the next map after that was going to be Bank and Factory. Like, bro, you cannot risk like that long range weapon, especially when you're going into Factory. And they were like, dude, we're going to send it. And they send it and they get the 5K.
Man, what odds? And now it looks like they're going for it again here with this push up into Spicy Spider. This is the operation and name of the map. Oh, Ikazo! Fast pick on the zoom! Just zooms him out of the map. Adaxi trying to stop the push. Gets a bit of a spray in there for now. Holds him off, but now going to rotate back to the bathroom. But on the other side, Argo, Domsey have now pushed into the bathroom. While Freeze is being pushed by Ikazo and SaChi slowly locking down there. Adaxi trying to hold off the push. There is a barbed wire there, but Argo and Plebdo going to push through. And Plebdo going to push through the green door and push through the shed side. Adaxi still holding on to the bathroom. They're keeping it calm, keeping it cool for now. Looks like Kai kind of validates because no one's SaChi with marbles in support. Get some good shots down range towards those attackers, but they're still in the fight. And Domsey will take down Adaxi in the bathroom. Oh, and marbles with the push. Plebdo takes him down. Oh, this is getting spicy. Indeed, Ty and the Ty there in Teller there. Is going to be the player there in Teller. He's holding on for dear life with Yada Shotty. Trying to hit something through there. It's going to be a tough shot here if he can get it across. They're already on the bomb. They're trying to defuse it. He's running out of time. He's on the line for it. Oh,
let's go.
Plebdo, there you go. Gets one, but ultimately is taken down. And Global Breakout sitting a dominating lead, taking the game, taking the first one at least 1-0. Sitting a strong pace on that one.
So that's what I'm saying. We see it. The moment they blow that freezer door, boom, Saber gets that first kill on the Kazo, and he's just, like you said, they zoomed him out of existence, bro. Like he did not see that one coming, bro. Literally, he just sees the explosion of the door. The bullet follows soon after, and he's gone. They rush in. We see the nice little double push from bathroom, and it's all over. And just like that, that is a precedent to set. They even were able to liberate the auto shotgun out of the hands of Kenosha Kid, and just like that, they got 2 power weapons in their back pocket.
Yeah, that's a very strong start there, and a good one for Global Breakout. They've gotten a good lockdown of what they need to do, how they need to push around and do, get the job done, which they have so far done very, very well. Digitals, I like the good push and like the good attempt to hold strats, but ultimately it was this Global Breakout, dominating aggression, really knowing where to flash, knowing how to push this team, and really force Danger Doodles to play in their way and ultimately take them out. So, strong read there from Global Breakout. Danger Doodles, next match, though, is going to be one they got to watch, and they got to be careful on their economy now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like they lost something big with that auto shotgun gone. If we get in the close range maps, it's gonna get dicey. But we are on Factory, so they do still have this round to make it right again before they move on to Kill House.
Ooh, third map Kill House is going to be interesting with no auto shotty and a big. It looks like it's going to be a big factory. Yes, it is. That is a long factory.
Oh my god.
Goodness, that's going to be a fun one. Guarantee you a 100% chance we're going to see a mop on this one and Saber. After rattling a few heads there in the C-Star, it's going to be rattling even some more in the factory map here. I like the bomb placement. It's going to be interesting to see how they defuse that one and go for the hold there. I'm liking the bottom position as well for that. Looks like Super Farm at the bottom there. Looks interesting on how they're going to hold that one. And so far, defenders, though, are keeping it pretty calm on their playbook.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I've seen. So they're trying to maybe go for that
little
life play.
bit.
We're seeing that wall charge coming out, and I mean it makes sense. You know, next house. What? The next map? Excuse me. It's gonna be Kill House. There we go. So it definitely makes sense that you probably want to spend your wall charge on this map, right? And I mean, it would definitely be a good play if they can get into office, get the power, because you're not gonna get another chance to use the power in this first kind of split. And split, not the right term. That's just my league breaking coming out. But you get what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm trying to say.
I know what you mean.
So I definitely I'm like what I'm seeing. Now, I will say, I'm a little scarred of this green door server farm because yesterday I was casting with Boxy, right? The side of Yakuza, right? They decide, okay, we're gonna do a nice save, right? Everyone just takes AP25s and we're just gonna rush it through the green door, right? But they don't bring a grenade for the barbed wire. I don't know in what you do not do that, but they don't bring a grenade, and I don't even have to tell you what happened. I'm gonna just word Molotov.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it live when it was happening. It was
exactly.
It was a little bit perplexing, perhaps.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's nice to see that they've got that grenade icon down there already. So I'm not too worried in this front, and let's see how GB is going to handle this.
Ooh, this is going to be one to watch. This is going to be a close round here, I think. Adaxi is watching the server farm entrance.
Okay.
Zoom in a good spot as well on offense, but Marbles also holding that angle. You go for the early bar break. You still have to go through the door there, but Daxi in a good spot with the Molotov. Going to be barbecuing a few of them. Good Molotov throw, good flashes. They're going to be held off on the push. Go for some shots. Ultimately, that is going to be it. Nothing taken just yet, but Marbles in a good spot as well. Throws a good flare. Looking to hold off the push. Zoom in a good spot as well. If they do go for the power play, which they did plan early on, still have the charge ready to go. They're filing against Marbles. Marbles push back. A little bit of damage done, but not enough for the kill. There you go, the smoke push. Beating up the push. So far, they're shooting for the upper play here. Marbles rotating back to Daxi, trying to shoot off as well, but so far, Domsey trying to go into some battles here. So far, not done yet. There is the break stream rotating down, and there's the power being played, and now it's down to lights off. Here comes the action. Argo will take down Zoom on the fast push, but Ty raised just as quickly on the Argo. Oh, but the other player there, looks like Gravy, sneak on the top side of Daxi, will be dropped by SaChi on the push. But Marvel's trying to recover. Get some good damage done to SaChi, but not for the kill. But oh, looks like Plebdo will catch SaChi on the rotation as Ty takes down Plebdo trading. But Domsey and Plebdo on the bottom. At the bomb, though, is SaChi and Ikazo. But Gravy in the top side's looking to get in the sneaky kill here. Could be, oh, this is going to be big. And he has to kill SaChi on the bomb.
He just runs.
Oh, no. No, he got his run. It's now down to a 2v2. Ikazo on the bomb. Dom's getting on the side, trying to battle here between Ty. But Domsey has to push in and try and go for the shot. Oh, and Ty wins. It's down to Ikazo, 1v2. Oh, Gravy on the top side just holding in Ikazo's position there, holding down his attention. Ty from the backside, though, could be going in. Oh, this is going to be very, very tough to push. Can Ikazo do it? Be a tough battle. No, it's going to be Gravy taking it and tying it 1-1. Wow. What a close round there.
Absolutely. We had 1-to-1 trades back to back, and then it was the last two members standing on either team, and Kanoshaker with a very nice rotation coming out of Boiler. That suppressed Gruber. He was doing work, but he certainly was not quiet. My man was absolutely cracking skulls there. Very nicely done by him, and just like that, just from these two rounds, man, I'm telling you, this is going to be a close one. This is going to be a very close one.
Yes, this is going to be one heck of a game to watch. It's going to be a really, really close game back and forth. Both teams are very, very skilled. They know how to play the maps. They know how to play the rotations. They know how these teams play. It's going to come down to execution and just overall strategy and countering the plan that is super obvious, counter that meta, and just going for something a little bit bold. And now on Dauntless Dawn, a big kill house map. I like the size of this one, but kitchen bomb with a lot of cover. I really like this design here. You're kind of forcing the team to use that kitchen green door angles there to try and shoot through. The rest of it being covered. The double, what is this in kitchen? Why are they putting in flags in the kitchen?
I've played, so I've been able to play on this map once, right, when I was scrimming back with Sanguine Slayers, right? And I'm telling you right now, if you are able to kind of just chill in this office area, the whole kitchen needs to be worried about you, because if you have like a nice penetration weapon, you could just spray through half of these walls, because you can't really see it on the map, right? But because it's these like what else, like sinks, or those are probably like stoves or whatever, you have that like slight little bit of wall that you can shoot through. So you could just spray into the site, and if you are not careful, you are going to be just absolutely decimated. And I'm just going to call it right now. I have a feeling, right? I mean, we're already seeing kind of this like the clacker icon. I feel we're definitely going to have like a 3-2 split, right? You have, let's say, 3 members going through office and 2 through reception, because as I've said before, the side of GB loves to kind of like push the enemy team into this like little box where they can just start picking them off one by one. So I would not be surprised if you kind of see them take over this like bottom/top side of the right side of the map, and then just slowly kind of box them into this area, push into club, make them fall back into the hallway, and then once they've got them stuck in kitchen and hallway and nowhere to rotate, that's when they go in for the kill. Oh, and I do believe that Stuffed Shark had to go ahead and restart its Discord, so you'll be with me alone, chat, a little one-on-one time. What's going on, chat? How y'all doing? We're waiting for Stuffed Shark. I'll go ahead and take over for now, though. 3 seconds left to deployment. Operation Dauntless Dawn. Let's see if the side of GB can get it done. And already we are seeing, oh, okay, good clacker, but the whole team is going to be rotating over to reception. So let's see what they can do here. No one's going to be in reception to kind of contest them, so that's going to be a free little entrance from them. And look at that. It's like I said, already the entirety of the side of top left corner. A little bit of wall banging going on, a little bit of spraying right here. Argo trying to get something done. He's got that auto shot he's so well known for. Let's see if he can make something happen.
All right.
Already spraying through that off. There it is. Already all these wall bangs coming out. They opted for just kicking that red direct. They're gonna save the charge for something else. So let's Marbles though. Okay. Marbles pulling up with the mop like see ya.
Yo.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're starting things off spicy, you know. Okay,
Uh-oh.
they're kind of funneling themselves here, though. It's just a lot
No.
of gunfire. Get down, Mr. President. But Argo's going to take out the Kenosha kid. Looking to push it aside here. Argo goes down. SaChi consumed, though. And just like that, they're looking to push them into that box that I was talking about. And now they have a Daxi tie stuck in kitchen, defending the bomb. And Marbles, unfortunately, needs to rotate the long way around if he wants to be able to help out his team here. Gotta go ahead and clear club. He's got that mop, so he needs to pick these corners carefully. Klepto and Dom, not many places for them to rotate, trying to get some wall bangs here and there. Nothing really connecting, though. They're biding their time. 50 seconds on the clock. They can still come up with a new plan. Find a way to get Marbles! Yo! Marbles! Come on, man. His ears, bro. He's got the biggest ears in the game. He heard that Klepto was in the hallway. Rotates back around. Hits him with a 1-2 mop to the back. Takes him out. And now it's up to Domsky and SaChi. If they can make something happen, 28 seconds on the clock. They need to get in there. He's going in and he's gone. SaChi's gone. There we go, baby. And just like that, Danger Doodles taking the win.
Wow, what a round we just saw there. Unfortunately, the change-up in plan, not a good idea. Ultimately, it was just some amazing research by Plebdown. Ultimately, the flank was real from Marbles, really proven to be the MVP of that round. Had strong positioning, strong locking down. I like the plan for the attackers, but really came down to defenders. Just kind of, well, the attackers had a good idea, but they kind of got hung up there on the top side and had nowhere to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought for sure that they were gonna have at least two members kind of push through club, right? And then go around that left flank and then have them kind of boxed in because that's really ultimately what allowed oh god, who was it with the mop now? Marbles. There we go. That allowed Marbles to kind of fall back into a safer position, right? And then when he realized, oh, they're gonna push through hallway, he just rotates back around and gets the next pick, which allows them to kind of have that one-man advantage and lets them get the win.
Yeah, that was really a fantastic read and fantastic play there. But now on swap sides on Operation Spicy Spider, which was indeed a very spicy spider of a beginning of the round there and mid and end. It truly was very, very spicy. But now swap sides, do you think they can keep the same strategy or something a little bit different in approach?
Ooh, I think they're gonna change it up a little bit. I think they're realizing that okay, that freezer push definitely did work, but as long as they can kind of keep one man in freezer, we're already seeing those barbed wire plates coming out, right? They should be able to hold that quite well if they can force the side of Danger Doodles to maybe waste a grenade. However, in freezer, that would be perfect for them, especially in such a close quarter map like C-Store. But I have the feeling that Danger Doodles are going to go ahead. Yeah, we already see it. Storefront, right? That's like your most obvious kind of breach. Breach one of those doors, have someone with the saber just chilling there. If you can, maybe even try to kind of rush in, get into tellers and hit the button, but it's not necessarily necessary. That sounded weird. Whatever. We'll go with it. Just because the bomb positioning is so like in the open and you're going to get so many different sightlines.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense to hold that position off. It is an easy call to make for Storefront, and indeed, they're kind of going for the standard play here. If they can execute on it well, it is effective, but it looks like it's being countered pretty well by Global Breakout as well with a good mop positioning there from Plebdo. That's not someone I want to face against with a mop for sure, but I like the planning as well in Bathroom. This is going to be a strong one. Auto-shotting Arcade as well. I like the positioning of this one. This is a good call. Gives good flexibility to go into tellers or fridges if need be, but this push-up is going to be very, very hard. It's going to come down to good execution from the defenders. Attackers, they got to go all in.
Absolutely. But not only that, this is what I'm talking about again, right? Look at the weapons they're taking. They've got Argo with the auto shotty, right? And then they have Plebdo with the mop first round. Like, and you have maps like Kill Mouse and Factory coming out. They are just straight up like, we do not care, bro. We've got this in the bag. We can pick any gun that we want and we're still gonna win.
It's economy and Shimami at this point. They are going all in.
They open shutters. They opened shutters early. Yeah, they've got shutters open right now. They're looking for some cheeky plays. Okay.
All right. Yeah, okay. I like this plan, actually. It gives Plebdo the opportunity to flank around if need be, but this is going to be a really, really good one. They're going to push around with it. Looks like the attackers are aware of that change in plans, and they're going to probably go for it. Looks like the Bathroom push instead. Daxi and Zoom looking to try and go for it. Argo with a good rotation out into the fridges, and looks like office area there in Storefront. Going to go for the office flank instead. Good call to make there. There you go.
They didn't end up closing it.
Here we go. Okay. All right. Not bad. There's the breach in Storefront. So far, no one pushing just yet, but in the other side, though, in Bathroom, it is getting a little bit crowded in there. They're going for the shed flank of sorts, but SaChi is waiting. Ready to go there. Argo as well with the auto shotty in the bottom there. It's going to be one to be careful of. There goes SaChi with the shot towards Gravy. Did not get almost got the kill. Didn't quite get it. Now comes the Molotov. Oh, he burns himself.
No.
A little too spicy there. It is indeed a spicy spider, except SaChi not going to take it literally there, buddy. Indeed, burns himself, and unfortunately is going to be burning out his chances of holding that position. Argo in a good spot as well, still holding on. He could go for the shot across here in the tie, but is not aware of that player just yet. They have not spotted anyone in storage. So far, the defenders are just kind of waiting out their time. Oh, but a Daxi dropped by Pledo with a nice long shot that lets the mop. Ikazo running very aggressive towards Zoom. Almost get the pick up. Argo will take their marbles on the push. Oh, the auto shotty is real. And it looks like Gravy's going to go for that push up against Domsy. Who's going to win? It's going to be Gravy with the flick. Ultimately, Argo drops him as ultimately that is the round. Tying it up for Global Breakout 2-2. What a round.
GV has all the chips and drinks their little hearts could desire, and they're going to be moving on over to Factory with it. They clean out the C-store, and they are going to keep the mob and the auto shotgun.
Indeed, we can see they're in store for a good set here with a really fantastic lead-up, build-up, and positioning here. They've just gotten everything locked down in the round. Attackers had a good concept, but that shutter play immediately broke everything they had planned, everything they had in mind. They tried to recover in the bathroom. I like that attempt, but the flank has got to be held down a little bit stronger there. And ultimately, it was just good kills coming from the defenders. Brought in for the win. Plain simple.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nicely played. But I will say that I feel like that was honestly like the slowest C-store match I've ever seen. Like normally C-store is just known for like, you blow storefront, you just rush in there and you kill either you kill everyone or you get killed. And this time around, it was so like slow and methodical, then pushing through the bathroom, then blowing the storefront, just slowly pushing in. Unfortunately, it didn't end up working out for Danger Doodles, but still it was nice to see that they really take their time.
Definitely got the time in mind, but now about Operation Halfback Helios. The big factor here, I like the open angles here, but it's going to be a tough one to push for attackers. Last time they went for the server farm push and then kind of breach in the office side there. Didn't quite work out for them. But now I'm seeing opposite sides here. I wonder if they're going to go for maybe a red door push and walkway. And go for a fast breach in with good smokes. Could be a plan.
That could definitely be a very good plan. So we do see the kind of 3-2 split most likely coming down here. So
There
we'll
you
have
go.
2 through server farm, 3 through the red door, try and take control of docks, and then kind of slowly, you've got like this annihilation line slowly pushing up from the bottom of the map, get to office. Maybe go for a power play if you can get into there, and then from there, keep just pushing that line forward. That way there's just nowhere that Global Breakout can go.
Yeah, trying to lock down the positions and ultimately force them to play a certain way. That is the Danger Doodle style. And so far, it's, I think it's going to work out well for him, but Global Breakout, especially on the defense. I like the positioning here. I like the good barbed wires in standard spots, but equally, I like the flare near walkway. And it's a second flare towards bomb if they do go for power. That is a good backup plan if necessary.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's always good to kind of, because especially with Kill House coming out, right? You could literally, the whole team could go ahead and just take a flare at this point. It really wouldn't matter because you won't be needing on Kill House anyways. So better safe than sorry. Just drop them just on the off chance you somehow lose control of these key positions and you need to fall back. They cut the power and you can just kind of throw a flare at their face and be like, yeah, look into this. Oh, you're blind now. Sorry, buddy.
Exactly. I keep them flared up and get them ready to go in the fight here. But now, Danger Doodles on the attack in halfback Helios. This is going to be an interesting one to see how they push this, if it is going to be ultimately successful.
Absolutely. So there it goes. We do see that 2-3 split going down. We've got Marbles, Zoom, and Gravy going the long angle, but just like that. Argo. Oh my God. He can't keep getting away with this. Argo, man. He is such a rat. My God, he's always just camping in these corners, and he's going to get a very nice kill on the Daxi. That's a mental killer right there, and the Daxi was killed too, so Ty will be the lone survivor over at server farm. Okay, the breach does go down, though. Gravy is in. He is protected by the smoke, though, so he's going to have some time to kind of get his bearings, find out where he wants to move next, where the enemies are going to be, while Marbles and Foon kind of chill on that outside. Needs to wait for that to be extinguished. Oh my God, Akazo taking out Ty, though, and just like that, the server farm breach has been stopped. Now it's down to these 3 brave soldiers. Oh my God, the spray though. This guy is crazy. Trying to get something, not quite gonna get a kill there. Argo is incredibly low, so he needs to be careful. Okay, come on, y'all gotta stop playing with the UAV like that. Y'all gotta stop playing with the UAV like that. Yeah, there we go. Argo will go down. He'll pay the price. He is gonna go down, and just like that, Akazo trying to set up some covering fire there for his teammates, some crossfire. Not quite gonna get anything. Chilling on the server farms itself. What a cheeky spot to be in. Gravy, though, no fear, looking to push up. He knows Akazo is somewhere in server farm. Will he be anticipating that he's standing on top of the server farm? I'm not sure. I sure as hell wouldn't be. It's going to be close, though. Look at that angle that he's watching. That is such a disgusting angle he's watching. He's going to be able to pop the head if he sees him. He's swiped over, not quite going to get it, though. Gravy going to live to fight another day while Foom and Marbles are pushing up. Meanwhile, shots will be traded, but nothing's quite going to connect. 28 seconds on the clock. Need to get a move on Akazo, though. Won't quite connect, and Domsy did go down. SaChi's trying to do that little rotation with the grouper, but he wasn't able to do it. Zoom trying to get him down. Can they get it, though? Akazo getting Marbles. Zoom! No, Fook, it's Akazo! Fook getting a SaChi. No, he can't. He cannot get it. SaChi hitting him with the 1-2. You did it, and I'll do it now, too. comes around the corner with the suppressed
Sheesh.
Gruber, hits him with a 1-2 and secures the bag.
Wow, what a round and what a play from those attackers and defenders. Ultimately, it was a really, really good long hold there from the attackers, but defenders keeping it calm. And SaChi, man, I don't know what this guy's on, but he is on some magic powder, that is for sure, because there is no way he survived the entire push there from the 3 on the bomb, and then kind of forgetting him, letting him go away, and then just coming in, going in big. That's what you got to do to win, and indeed, it takes a lot of bravery from SaChi, and indeed, it got him the dub there on a pretty difficult map to come back from.
Absolutely. But I mean, once again, right, it just came down to what we just have one of these matches where it's like the last player standing have to duke it out. There's really been no stomps so far. It's always been like 2-on-2s or 1-on-1s that just are the deciding factor at the end of the day. So it's really just, it's still anyone's game, really. It really is still anyone's game. It's going to be
Mhm,
interesting to
mhm,
see
mhm.
how Danger Doodles want to take an approach this time around here on Kill House. Now that they've kind of seen how GB handled things, are they maybe going to try and do something differently, or are they going to go for the kind of same idea?
You know, I think they have good ideas by going for the free eco push down reception. I kind of like the backstage flank as well, but equally, Red Door in that office side would have been a good play if they
Hmm.
went fast. Obviously it's gonna be countered by a Molotov, so you can't go that quickly, and that kind of momentum can definitely stop you pretty quickly if the other team expects it. So reception, not a bad idea to split push or go for a split push backstage reception. I kind of like that concept. And it looks like they're gonna go for a pretty standard reception, just mainly pre-fire focused, long spread across here. I do like that. Defenders are in a good spot as well, carrying the standard expectation of that play, though. So it's good to see that, at least.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
nothing too
Honestly,
unusual.
I'd love to see if they just kind of, breach through backstage because I'm pretty sure they still have their wall charge. Breach through
Mhm.
backstage, or wait,
Oh,
or
they
did
use
they
it on
wait?
the secure.
Damn, that'd have been so cool if they would have just breached through backstage, right? You go in through hall, drop a
Mhm.
smoke on that top left corner, and just wall breach this little wall here, and you have such a nice kind of angle into kitchen to try and get some picks. But unfortunately, they won't be able to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do things. Or hey, hell, who knows? Have the full team go through reception, push your way through club, and then just use that extra door chart that you have on that wall instead. But hey,
Mhm.
I'm not playing for him, so I ain't the captain. So y'all do what y'all got to do.
Yeah, it is true. They actually, I think they'll have one charge left. They use one on the red door there on the left side in factory and one on the bottom, I believe,
Mm,
for the other map. So they do have one charge if need be. If they want to use it or not, looks like the answer is probably not. Well, they probably used it already. But in any case, while we get back into it, let's see what these teams are going to do here. They're setting up for that charge and that push down in reception. Ikazo holding a good angle there. Argo well as a good backup. Plebdo and Domsy in the top side there rocking the knack. And of course, Plebdo on the mop. Not too surprising there, but the Daxi, Ty, and Zoom going to be first one to the combat there. Ikazo trying to bring him down, but the Daxi gets the trade up just as quickly. SaChi looking for maybe a lucky wallbang across here with the KR. He can do it. Question is, will he get the shot and kill? The question, Plebdo. Oh, get the pick out of a Daxi through the wall. Nicely done there. That nice angle. SaChi with rotation as well. Argo going back. They're playing a good rotation back and forth here, trying to spray down these spots here. Zoom taking a lot of shots as Ty goes through the push as well, but they're going for another shot, did not get the kill. But definitely going very aggressively for this push here. And so far, the block is working very well for him. The smoke a little too late there, going for the clean door breach. Up on the top side, bottom side door is still available for pushing. They're going to rotate back. Oh, Plebdo trying to get another one in there. Looks like Ty took some damage on that one. The barbed wire gone. Here comes the flash into office. Here comes the fast play here. Domsy trying to escape with his life. Gonna hold off for the push for now. There's the green door breach. The pre-fire from Domsy. Good play and good read. Meanwhile, the defenders on the other side are going to push back up and rotate to help their teammates out. This can be Plebdo on the angle here. Trying to go for the shot towards Domsy. Again, so far the attackers have held up pretty well in office, but they have to go and push through defensive lines here. You can actually go for the play here if they're going to win this. Plebdo going for the shot. Zoom trying to get this flash across here. Meanwhile, they're going for the wall base through kitchen. SaChi still taking the shot. Oh, another shot from Plebdo. Takes down Zoom. And Zargo takes down Marbles. It's all down to Ty and Gravy. Last alliance for Ginger Doodles and make that only one
no
remaining.
way.
It's Gravy as Ty is dropped by Plebdo once again. 3K for Plebdo. I don't think Argo's about to clean it up here in the backside. Goes for the flank, and yes, Argo secures it. Global Breakout 4-2 at the end of that round. Fantastic defense there.
Absolutely, Plebdo just doing work with the mop. I told you, man, do not give this man the mop. You got to get it out of his hands pronto, and they have failed to do so, and they're paying the price right now. Plebdo with some crazy flicks there, chilling on that ramp, watching that doorway. Once again, it was nice to see kind of this like really slow, methodical push, but I think that it was just that barbed wire, man. They already had to use their grenade for the previous barbed wire so they could even push into office, and then that barbed wire at the door there, so they couldn't even get into the hallway. It's like you even tried to step foot in that, you just had Plebdo just listening with his big ears, just waiting. And the moment he hears even like your little toe touching the barbed wire, boom, your head's gone. You're done.
Exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately for at this point, we may as well call Pleb Dub Mr. Clean because he just mops them up every single day of the week here. He is not someone to mess with, and indeed, he is someone who will definitely mop you up. That is for sure. But now on to Killdome USA with swap sites here. Operation Galahad Excalibur. This is going to be an interesting map here. I do like the bomb in the it looks like jungle side there.
Mhm.
Interesting beach access as well. I do like the castle. Pit is a strange one. I kind of like it though, but that is a weird angle. I kind of hope for maybe a castle breach fast. Like
Mhm.
go for like a charge right where the bomb is on to the left side there and go for the jump down there. It'd be pretty interesting to see that strat go out in full execution, but it's going to be a long shot across there.
Yeah, definitely. It would be pretty dope to see kind of this like maybe like a 2-3 push. You got two members going in through beach here. Since you got that double kick down door, you can either kind of 50-50, right? Because there's gonna be someone in castle watching 100%.
Mhm.
I want a 50-50, just go through one, or you break through both. Hope that you're able to push and survive. Well, you've got the three-man coming up through jungle, which is able to pick off anyone that's sitting in base and hopefully shoot someone in the back who's chilling in castle. And then you kind of are able to sandwich the side of GB into that back part of the map here, especially in pit. And pit is such like a hard place to fight in because not only do you have to watch out for your enemies, you got to watch where you're stepping, or you might just be turned into a human chicken nugget right there if you drop down into the lava. So it's
Oh
definitely going to
yeah.
be interesting to see how they're going to play this.
Yeah, they've got a lot of different ways they can push this one and stay alive. Hopefully, they stay alive for the entire round here. It's going to be a tough one, though, to get out there and get into the round. But once they do, I think it'll be pretty devastating. It's just going to be that first initial push is going to be the hardest part once they can break through the strats. I like the defender's position, though. It's pretty standard, but pretty expected, at least for the strat. This is going to be a tough one for Danger Doodles to push through, but I think they can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm honestly surprised I'm not seeing Argo with the auto shot here because I feel like this would literally be the perfect time. Just have Argo chilling in that top part of the jungle, right in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Literally just wait, like he'd be foaming at the mouth, bro. He just like this is like
Mm-hmm.
this could be his time. I love. I'll admit I've done this a few times too. You just chilling like behind that door. You just wait as long as there are no windows that can kind of give you away. The moment they blow the door, you just spray and
Oh.
pray. But hey, they're in on this beach. We do see that three-man push while Marbles and Gravy will be kind of waiting buying their time. Daxi tie-in,
Yeah.
boom.
All right.
There
All
we
right.
go.
All
So
right.
we are seeing
Oh,
that
there we
3-2 push.
go.
Okay. Akazo is chilling
All
in
right.
castle. He'll be the only man there. Small top did go down though into jungle. So they won't be able to push just yet. Akazo trying to get some cheeky wall bangs there. Nothing really going to connect. They were able to drop the
Uh-oh.
little drawbridge though. So that could mean that they can push. And if they
Molotov.
steal though, second wall top
Oh.
does go down. Gonna stop the push. And Daxi had nowhere to
Oh!
go and he's taken down. Very
No.
nicely done. Now Marbles and Gravy are finally getting a chance to move. Domsy though gonna take out Ty just like that. It is a
Oh,
2-on-5. The beach
oh,
push has been
no.
halted, and
Oh,
it's looking like the
no.
jungle push was halted as well because
Oh,
Marbles
wow.
is the last man standing. We'll be able to save Clacker and Saber, two of the very important utility items that they have on this round. So at least it's not a complete loss, but it's definitely not something that you would want to have. He's just gonna have to just sit and cry under the kill dome. Real action, real excitement, and real feels right about now.
Yep, that was a good push there by the attackers. They had a good idea about life. Gravy's positioning on the outside of the jungle there. He had those windows there. He could actually see where the enemy strats positions were. And yet, despite that, it really came down to Ikazo playing a strong spot in castle there, and indeed the good
Yeah.
support there from Dante as well. And Plebdo, especially taking out Adax with an early shot there. That defensive hold there in position on the strat called was really, really exceptional. I do like the push attempt at the top side there, but Gravy, he went all in. Unfortunately, his teammates couldn't help him out there on the push. And it came down to really, really strong positioning and good plays there from the
Oh,
defenders. And looks like
Argo,
Argo
Argo, come
sub-zapped them,
on.
bruh. You know, it's something you can do, but probably not advisable for your teammates at least. A lot of lost loot there for sure, but you know what? You do you, Argo. You do you.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the clock is being ran down. Marbles will be saving, as we said before, the Saber and the Clacker. So they're not going to be losing that, and we'll able to carry that over into the next round. But
Mm-hmm.
still, an excellent stellar defense being put up by GB there. It was nice to see as well that Akazo, rather than kind of chilling at that window as one might expect, immediately to kind of, fire the moment they kick down the beach doors. He kind of waits in the back, just chills, kicks down that drawbridge, and it's like tries to bait them in, waits for them to get close, drops the Molotov so they can't rush him, and then just starts spraying them.
Yeah, that was a really, really good read, good play, good strat, and that's ultimately what you got to do to win here. Sometimes you got to have the good, adaptability mid round and even early round to counter a team and push like that you're not expecting by default.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, just like that, we are going to go ahead and move on to the next map here. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, we're on the bank. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Let's take a look. Okay, this is an interesting bank to say. Look at that. I have never seen a security like that before.
Hmm. I am unfortunately I'm blind right now to see what that looks like, but
Oh,
I'm
you're in
sure
for a
it's gonna
treat.
look
You're in for
beautiful.
a treat. I tell you that
All
much.
right. You know, I've seen some pretty interesting banks that have been they've been looking like more like artwork from Banksy than Banks you'd see in real life. But I'm sure it's going to be I'm sure it'll be interesting to see once we get that load in there on my old hard drive from 1990. It looks like finally there we go. What is this? Okay,
Exactly.
I have questions.
Exactly.
I have many questions. Interesting vent system here.
Yep.
All
Oh,
right.
I'm gonna call it right
Oh.
now. We're going to
Mhm.
see Argo chilling at entrance with the auto shotty. I already
Yep.
saw that
Yep.
sneaky little rat.
Yep.
He was tracing the line,
Oh, you know
the
it.
death zone of the explosion because we've seen him die to the explosion before. So he does not. He wants to make sure that he does not go down to the charge. So I would not be surprised if we see him kind of chilling with the auto shotty. Now I will say that is such an exposed button. It is. No, I like to call it
Mm.
counting the Vietnam of Bank, right? Because it's like instead of in the trees,
Mhm,
they're in the
mhm.
shelves, bro. Okay, they're in the little teller sections because if you go in there and there are like 16 different corners you need to check before you can even think about moving. However, it's
Mhm, mhm.
very
Oh.
easy to kind of get in there. If you're just gonna drop a smoke here in lobby, right? You can easily just kind of run through. They'll probably have a bar there, and we already see the grenade indicator, and it's looking like that's also what they're planning on doing. They can just
Mhm,
rush
mhm.
right in, hit that button, and as long as you keep control of lobby, there's really not much that the defenders can do. Looking like they might just store a Caso in the vault here. Wouldn't
Alright,
surprise me.
alright.
It probably is good to have a little bit of
Banking
fallback,
on them.
especially like a
Mhm,
map
mhm.
like this.
Oh,
But hey, only time is
Plebdo as
gonna tell.
well? Yeah, it's gonna be interesting one to see how they push this and if they're gonna survive or not. But I'm gonna keep the door open. That's gonna be
What?
kind of risk. Yeah, this is very, very risky here.
Okay.
Double bar, but the door's open. All right. I mean, they can still shoot through that,
Oh,
and indeed, he can take a lot of fire, and the Daxi's dropping them immediately there.
yeah, they
Pushing through.
realize
Oh no!
the vault's open.
Oh,
That's it. No.
yeah. Oh no! Argo with a good spray down will take down the Daxi. Oh, looks like Gravy will get the pick up on Argo, but Plebdo's still in a good spot with the KR. Dom Z is well rotating
Close
as
the
well
door. Okay,
now.
they close it. They close
Oh,
it.
finally.
Okay, thank God. Thank God.
Whew. Okay, a little dangerous there. They managed to push through that, but defenders had a good position holding it down though, so they couldn't have really done that. But definitely was playing with some real fire there, and not just from Molotov there, from positioning and from a crazy strap. Okay, looks like they're gonna go a little bit fencing. Go down to the lone, sneak through there. Domsy and Pleasure are still alive. They're still in the fight. And indeed, they're going to be guarding the accounting, indeed, the Vietnam of Bank. Looking to sneak through and push through here. Looks like Gravy's going to hold the outside angle there. Good support roll. Although he's unfortunately covering a spot that no one's playing at over in security. But he doesn't know that. They're just making sure it's all clear and go for the push-up. There is the grenade or the barbed wire. Domsy's still holding the ankle close, though. Marble's going to take some shots there from Domsy, but will still survive. Ooh, very, very tough here. He survived this one.
Nice
Zoom
spray.
to
Nice
push through.
spray.
All right. Not bad push-up. Domsy getting close to Marbles here. Very risky. Domsy actually has back to it a little bit here. A little risky on this push here, but Plebdo in a good spot to counter it. Marble's trying to pre-fire as well, but Zoom trying to go through as well. Now we have Gravy pushing in there. They're all working together. 3v2. This is winnable. The flash a little bit scuffed, but they
Oh,
managed to
they're
push
going
through and
in.
go for it. They're going for the play here. Domsy trying
They're
to
in
shoot
the
across, trying to
shelves.
get the shot.
They're in the
Oh, but Plebdo
shelves.
drops one for the
Let's
trade. Zoom with
go.
the trade. Wow, what a push, what a save there from Zoom. But does he have time to defuse? Is the
I
question. The
think
barbed
so. Run,
wire.
boy. Run,
The
my boy.
barbed wire. He's got
Run.
to go for it. He's got to go, and he will make
Okay.
it in
He's
time
got it.
with only 3 seconds to spare. But that is going to be one less round for Global Breakout. Danger Doodles make it 3-5. What a crazy start and finish there. Wow.
Absolutely. The side of Danger Jules just left the bank with a big deposit of not only some confidence, but also another win under their belt. And I'm just going to say it right now.
Mhm,
It
mhm,
was a
mhm,
very interesting, like, it was definitely a cool strat to see, right? Have,
mhm,
two people chilling on either side of entrance doors. But you could have done that with the vault door closed. You really didn't have to have it
mhm.
open. That was such a big risk to take. And if they didn't have, I think it was Domsy that ran back to hit the
Mhm.
button. If he hadn't hit that button, man, it might have been over before it even began.
Yeah. No, that was a very, very risky play there. It worked out in their favor with some good Molotovs and good teamwork there from the other defenders supporting him, but that was so risky. That is a big call, and it says a lot about the team's teamwork and ultimately trusting each other.
That's very true. Yeah, I mean, if I was at a casual match and I saw someone opening the bank door, I'd be yelling like, "What are you doing? Close the door!" But these guys were like, "Nah, we're gonna keep." I mean, we've seen it all the time, right? They bring both power weapons round one. They leave the vault door open. These guys are not phased by anything. But
Mhm.
confidence is a killer, so you need to be careful. You don't want to slip up like they did on this round before. So let's see if they can go ahead and kind of bring it back in this next round.
Yeah, and now on Operation Almighty Halfback, indeed. This is going to be an almighty round here if they can push through Shed here. Looks like they're going to go for the block up, at least on that spot. Defenders keeping it pretty standard, but it looks like Attacker's going to go for the standard storefront breach. Indeed, it's going to be the fast one pushed. They're going to have to watch out for at least one barbed wire in fridge, which does make sense. The backside, the double flare in the outside Shed. You know what? Oh, okay. I see what they're doing here. They're going to have one guy on Freezer, push out the Shed and go for kills if they push up top side if they hear it. That is going to be a very risky play. I kind of like it, but that is going to be a lot. That's going to, if someone can get this shot and kills, they're going to get some extra cookies. That is for sure.
Oh,
'Cause that
definitely.
they're gonna deserve a W for that one, because that is going to be a tough one to push and stay alive in, especially with the UAV in a nice prime range to zap them to get too risky out there.
Absolutely. And it is nice to see the idea that Danger Doodles is coming up with, right? You kind of go through
Mm-hmm.
storefront here, run right into bathroom, get the power, but it's really going to come down to those smokes. I would like to see another
Mm.
smoke ping over at this green door at storage, because I will bet you 20 million, all my life savings.
Wow.
Maybe I won't do that, just in case. That they're gonna have someone in storage. The way there it is. Look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Akaza
Yeah.
will most likely be
There
chilling
you
there.
go.
Someone with a long range weapon, because there is absolutely no universe where they don't watch this long angle. That way they can't just rush in. So I'm really hoping that they're expecting that and they just forgot to ping it, because if not, this might just spell disaster.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one, but let's see if they can keep it alive. They have nobody actually in storage as well for the defenders, but attackers are setting up for the storefront
Look
breach
at
here.
Argo. Oh no, look at Argo. He's
Oh
chilling in
boy.
bathroom, bro.
Uh-oh, he's about to have a hard time. Bot is about to cut off for him here. It's going to be very, very tough here. Shotty in a really, really good. He's actually in a really good spot here. If Adaxi goes for the push, and indeed the good
Yeah.
flash in. Adaxi
Gets
going to
the
run right
corners.
past him.
Oh.
Oh, didn't clear his corners. Yeah, hate to see it. And look at that. Ikazo in storage holds off the push. Argo in a good spot as well to counter. SaChi and Plebdo actually holding the green door as well. Plebdo doesn't get the shot and kill in the time, but does a lot of damage in that player. Dom's with rotation as well in office. We can hold up that angle as Ty goes for the grid door break there in storage. At least pre-fire to try and take down Ikazu, who's already rotated, long gone all the way in arcade. Looks like Graves been the second one in for the push. Argo holding off the angle. Here comes the flash. Argo, he didn't clear his corners. SaChi will get the kill anyways, but Argo still holding up as Ikazu stops the push. Ty manages to push through. In the meantime, the Plebdo goes for the shot and gets Ty right in the face. Marvel's trying to trade up with that Saber, but Ikazu just kind of holding on with the Neymar. SaChi, good spray down into that player, but SaChi
He did it again, dude.
Argo,
He did it
he's going for
again.
it. He gets the kill.
Dude, oh my
3K
god,
for
come
Argo.
on. He cannot keep getting
Oh.
away with this. Argo is such a rat, bro. His favorite food is cheese.
Man.
Oh my god.
Indeed. Wow. What a way to end this set. It is 6-3 Gold Breakout at, of course, game point here to take the first game in this best of 3. And now, wow. Just wow from the Danger Doodles there. They had a good plan. Everything was set in motion, and then they just failed to do the fundamentals. Clearing the corners, clearing their
Yep.
angles fully. And they just ran in like, what the heck? We'll just go for it. Yeah, just literally going for the Leroy Jenkins strat, and unfortunately, it went like the Leroy Jenkins strat always goes. So hopefully now they can get the swap sides and get it in here on Kill Them USA. Of course, Gala had Excalibur, a long, I might add, Kill Them map.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, if the side of Danger Dudes doesn't wise up to the fact, like we've been talking about, that Global Breakout is such an aggressive team, and they keep getting picked by Argo. Not only that, right? Argo didn't just kind of, it wasn't just like a one-time rat play. He's sitting in the bathroom, right? First guy that comes in, he blows him away and it dips. He did it 2 times in a row. You have to expect him to do that. It worked once, it will work again, and it does, because they don't check their corners. So if this time around, now of course they're going to be on the defense, but if they are once we get into, they will get into game 2. Once we get into game 2, if they don't wise up to the fact that they really need to start checking those corners, they need to expect these aggressive plays, they're not going to be surviving long in this competition.
Yeah, no, they're going to be eliminated pretty quickly by Global Breakout. So if they're going to break through the Global Breakout, they're going to have to do something a little bit dangerous, as is it in their name. Go for something a little bit more of a doodler approach, maybe. Go for a push or something crazy. But what are they going to do now? I kind of like the Red Dorn Pit. It can be really strong. They have to be careful not to do a pitiful performance, of course, of falling in the pit, of course. But if they can hold on for dear life and push through the pit, I think they're going to be putting Global Breakout maybe on the ropes here. Of course, Global Breakout, they have 3 rounds to prevent the tie and hopefully go for the win. But still, anything's possible.
Yeah, no, definitely. At this point, anything is possible. I mean, we know for a fact that Angels, they've got what it takes. They just need to really, give it down. I'm always talking about 110%, because you got to give it, especially this time around against such a dangerous team like Global Breakout. You got to get into the minds of Global Breakout, right? You are known as like one of the, if not the best team in the league, right? And you just got knocked down into the losers bracket. You took the L, bro. Like, that is something
Mm,
that your ego is like not shattered, but it is damaged. And so you're going to do everything that you can to kind of get your ego back. So they are going to be playing as aggressive as can be, and you need to be planning accordingly.
exactly. And here they are getting ready for that green door breach and the red door as well. Go for the split push. Not a bad call to make. Domsey rocking the black tar here and going to go for the smoke. Marble's going for the peek into
Ah,
Domsey. It's a lot of damage done. Unfortunately, not enough to kill, but still a lot of
it
damage.
nuts.
Mentally and
Okay.
physically. Daxi with a good sprint on Tyne. A good spot as well. Tyne a good spot back, but Puggo
Ah.
will clear it up. Daxi with a good push back. A lot of damage already being done. Argo will drop down to Daxi. It's a nice long shot across there. Take control of the pit. Ikazo will drop down Marbles. That is what they needed. They got to push through and lock this down. Only 2 remaining for these defenders here. Ultimately, Gravy down in the bottom side of the base here. And Zoom in the top side of the jungle here, trying to hold on for dear life. Take control of the castle here. They push through it. Argo drops down Zoom. It is all down to Gravy.
Okay.
Gravy takes the
Gravy.
one dash,
1v.
but ultimately
Ah.
Plebdo. Oh, the clearance is final. Will Breakout take game 1, 7-3.
And very nicely
Wow.
fashioned as well, man. And they really just took the most dangerous route of them all as well, pit. Like, that is not the place you normally want to be funneling yourself and rushing. They're like, dude, do you know who we are? Like, that's kind of what we do. And they just straight up sent it, and it worked amazingly. Only losing one member. Unfortunately, SaChi will not be going home to see his wife and children, but the rest of the team will be getting out of there alive, and they'll be taking the win.
Indeed, a fantastic read and fantastic play there. Ultimately was Danger Doodles with a good approach, but ultimately just lost their gun battles. You got to hit your shots if you're going to win, and ultimately they did not. So, therefore, they have not won game 1, but so far, it's looking pretty strong for a goal breakout victory to move on in the losers bracket here.
Let's take a
Wow.
look at the stats real
Yeah,
quick. Let's
yeah.
take a peek
I'm
here.
curious to see how it's going here with these stats. So far, they've been pretty statastic, if I say so myself. They've been
Absolutely. Yeah, look at that. Argo Plebdo at the top. No surprise there. Really no surprise.
Yeah, they've really doing a lot of strong plays here, along with 3Ks, 4Ks coming in for both those players. It's been a fantastic series so far in game 1. Game 2 and game 3 are gonna be even better. That's of course happening very, very soon. Before we take it to a break here, any final thoughts?
I mean, yeah, like I was saying before, Danger Doodles, they just need to wise up to the fact that, listen, especially with Argo, you got to check your corners. They're going to play as aggressive as possible. I mean, even looking at the stats, right? Argo, opening duels, 3 out of 3. Why is that? Because
Mhm.
he sits in the corner, lets you come in, and then he blasts you in the back because you were too arrogant to look into the corner because you're thinking that, oh, they won't see this one coming. They will see it coming, and they're going to plan accordingly. So you need to plan accordingly. And also, they need to just watch out for Plebdo, man. Plebdo, I mean, my man is cracked with the mop. I'll give him that absolutely. But he's like, they really need to just kind of be aware that he's going to be watching these cheeky angles. Take him out, get that mop out of commission, and make sure it stays out of commission.
Exactly, and that is important for all players, and especially against Plebdo. That's gonna be it for now. In just a few minutes, we're gonna be bringing you with game 2. Be back in just a bit with more Due Process. You're watching the Due Process League. We'll be right back. And we're back with more Due Process for the Due Process League. This is Steph Shark alongside with Echo, of course, the king, the GOAT. Game 1 there. What an amazing set there from Global Breakout. Taking it to Danger Doodles
Ooh.
and ultimately just ripping up that page and throwing it in the trash. Man, what's your opinion on game 1 there?
Dude, Argo's a rat, bro. That's all I gotta say. Argo is a rat, bro. He's a menace. Okay,
Yeah,
my man, he
yeah.
knows every single current. Like I swear, he probably is like sitting in his own separate Discord channel. He's not even there with his team. He's got like
No,
6 other people
he
with
got his
him.
headphones on. He's got
Exactly.
3
They're like
headphones.
analyzing the map. They're like, "Where's the cheekiest corner that we can find to put Argo in?" And then they put him there. He just chills his life, bro. He's like, "Y'all can plan without me. I'll be here with the auto shot. Wake me up when you need me."
Yeah, really. He is indeed. You can see it looks like the rat there on one of his players. I wonder if that is indeed. I wonder if that is or go there. It looks like it is not
Hmm.
for now, but makes you wonder. So, I mean, game 2, game 3, I think game 2 is going to go to Global Breakout here. I think they've
Okay.
got things locked out pretty well. Danger Doodles can bring it back in for the clutch, kind of maybe go to game 3 possibly, but I think mind game wise, Global Breakout set a pretty strong precedence there with a strong lead there, strong build up, and ultimately strong win. They get a few rounds lost towards the end, but I think it's going to ultimately come down to just teamwork, play work, and ultimately mind games. And Global Breakout right now, they're taking the dub, plain and simple.
Okay, okay. I definitely see that. I feel that if Danger Doodles can kind of like what we were talking about before, wise up to the fact that they need to watch out for certain things, right? A little more being more aware of the aggression coming up from GB. checking your corners. Please check your damn corners.
Mhm.
Then they might just have a shot because we saw in those first 3 rounds that they took as well. It's not like it was a complete stomp, and they were really holding their own. So I would really love to see them just kind of wake up a little bit. Someone's got to go into their rooms and just kind of just give them a little shake.
Mhm. You know, bang a couple pans in their in their heads, you know,
Exactly.
saying, "Hey, wake up, wake up!
Wake up.
Time to get going."
Absolutely. All right,
Oh
Operation
man.
Blood War, and some blood is going
All
to be
right.
spilled here
Oh
because
yeah, it is.
DB is going to start on the offensive. Let's
Ooh.
see what
Uh-oh.
they are
Uh-oh.
planning. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I kind of like this strat. Going for something standard with the storefront breach. The defenders going on bathroom teller with the rotation is a good call. The barbed wire and arcade and freezer isn't a bad idea as well to do go for the green door breach, which it makes sense for a split push to kind of go have that opposite angle to kind of push ultimately pincer around if I can talk cleanly. If they can pincer around that side there and kind of lock things down, it does make sense. It's a little bit of an off kind of set pincer though. It's not quite as 90 degrees as you'd look for this kind of angles, but it's not bad by any means. It's gonna be careful though because they can get pushed off in freezer with a good Molotov and good barbed wire, which you're already seeing in that green door there. It's gonna be tough to push through, but if they can do it, they've got it. It's just gonna come down to execution.
I think it's really going to come down to how well, actually not the push in storefront goes, but rather if they can take control of freezer. Because just look at, like, if you just look at the map right now, this whole, like, middle box, death. Like, it's straight up. You have like one or two
Yeah.
people chilling in freezer, one or two people chilling in teller that they can watch through that little teller hole. There is like no universe where you should be allowed to push up through storefront without getting absolutely annihilated. And it looks to me like GB also kind of realized that that might be the case. We see the little lines being drawn here, so we're probably going to see maybe one or two people going through office as well, so they can kind of push and try and get control of freezer here. But they are set up to take
Looks
this
like,
off.
yeah,
Okay.
5 stack up. All right, I kind of like this. Good approach here.
Down, gonna blow
There
it.
we go. There we go. Good
Ooh,
flashes.
they're
Good
looking to go in.
smokes. All
They
right,
do not
here we
care.
go.
They are just
Oh,
sending it.
they're
They drop
all
the
in.
smoke. They have no one in freezer
No,
to watch
full
the
send.
Molotov
Oh,
of the
no.
bomb.
Right.
Oh, they're full sending it into the
Oh,
grave. They're all going down. Argo goes down too.
No.
And SaChi, last man
Oh,
standing.
my
Can he make
goodness.
something? Oh, what?
Wow.
What just happened?
What?
Oh my God, Danger Dude, they heard you, man. They were
Oh.
like, yo, this man was talking bad on our name. Let's show him how it's done. What the hell
Okay,
just
wow.
happened?
Well, they have definitely broken out of something. That is for sure. Global Breakout there, just taking the L long and hard there into the storefront and into the fridges push there. They had the ideas, they had everything going in their mind. Everything was going great, and all of a sudden they just started dying. And I don't think anyone could figure out what was happening the last second their push as they realized they were out of options. They went too aggressive and ultimately they flew too close to the sun, and now they're in a burning heap in that C-store there. So wow, Danger Doodles, just perfect call, perfect read, and just ultimately clean execution of the Global Breakout team there. That's
Absolutely.
how
I
it should
mean,
be done.
yeah, definitely. And I'm even surprised. They straight up were like, you know what? We don't even need freezer. We're just gonna chill all with the bomb. We're gonna have a little kumbaya around the bomb, little fire here. They just chilled there watching both angles. And you saw that Molotov that got dropped on the bomb as well. The guys were trying to jump onto the bomb to try and start the defuse. It just gets burnt to a crisp. And just like that, the whole team slowly kind of crumbles down.
And that is unfortunately not a. It's a difficult one to come back from. He's actually tried his best, but ultimately it was just not enough.
Yeah.
But now on Operation Chrono Circus, this is definitely one that I'm sure some teams will like to clown around on, as we see big angles here on a lot of sides here. We saw the last one with the pretty big angles, and now this one with big angles. I imagine we're gonna see at least a couple KRs, indeed 2 already on there for Gravy and Ty. Attackers though, they're gonna run AP, you think, or maybe even go Black Tar and Saber
Ooh.
again. But I think they lost Saber last round.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they lost Saber last round. I think that we're gonna just see mainly some AP-25s. They're gonna go ahead and try and kill the lights, and then as soon as they get the lights, rush down into this kind of walkway area and start just popping heads. But
You know?
it's gonna be interesting to see. This will definitely be one of those rounds where you kind of just honestly, you might just want to give them the power and just play for it accordingly. Drop down some flares here in this kind of office section and just like hold that, because it's like the button is so damn close and you can't really use like you can't put a barbed wire in front of the door. It's gonna get blown away immediately. The best you could do is maybe kind of chill in this top left corner here, a boiler, have someone watching that angle, fall back as soon as things are looking a bit dicey, but you still need to be careful because that's definitely gonna be expected. So I don't really know what the play is going to be here. It's a bit of an odd map to hold.
Yeah, and I do want to make a quick correction there. It looks like Ikazo does have the Saber, so they kept it eco on that last one. They did not use it. So that, which means on a map like this, this is going to be a very, very good one to watch. Indeed, it's going to be Mop versus Saber here in the battle of these two teams here. I like the strat. The split push is going to be an interesting one to see if they can fully execute on it.
Definitely. So 3-2 split here. Argo, Domsy, Plebdo going to be pushing in through server farm. SaChi and Ikazo looking to move in office. Oh, and they're just gonna
Alright.
fall for the bait because now there's no one to defend office, and so they're just gonna be able to get right in. And just
Oh,
like that, okay,
no.
actually going down to
Oh.
Plebdo. Yeah, like I said, they're just gonna rush in with those APs.
Oh my,
Okay,
Plebdo.
Plebdo
Whoa.
going crazy. They just were not holding any angles. Akaza even with the pre-fire expected him to be there, but no one's there. But yo,
Alright,
wait,
alright,
okay,
alright,
okay.
Zoom, alright.
Boom is like, hey, bye. Just gonna spray him down with the KR, a little spray through the smoke. They've killed the light for dancing in the dark now, and Foom is gonna be in this corner. Not a lot of places for him to rotate. Yeah, GB's got them stuck in the box once again. There's nowhere that they can really go. We see Ty, Marbles, and Foom all in this bottom right corner in dock. They can't move anywhere. There's no real cover other than cargo hold and this little kind of I don't know what that is. It's like big giant
Silos,
vat in the silo, the big giant silo in the middle of dock here. So it's really just gonna come down to now holding those angles as well as possible.
It's going to come down to effective communication and ultimately effective teamwork, and indeed playing enough geometry and knowing how to cut these angles here and cut the pies. And looks like Marbles will drop Argo. A nice push there. And here comes the attack from Global Breakout, looking to break through and take the round here. It's Ty. Out of the cargo hold, trying to stay alive. Oh, it's getting close. And Spicy Marbles in a tough spot as well.
The brace fire.
Oh,
the pistol. No way.
But Zoom trades on a Zamzi. It's a 2v1. Oh, this is winnable for Zoom.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
Plebdo's holding the angle well though, but he's holding down the angles as well. SaChi on the bomb. Boom has to go for it. He has no more time. He has to go for the push. He has to get the kill. No, Plebdo secures it. Nice comeback there from Global Breakout after a bit of a confusing first round there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I was saying, I'm amazed that there's no one really kind of in that top left corner. We saw that Gravy like slowly kind of got the memo once he realized, hey, they're being called. They're like, it's only 3 people over here at Green Door. We might have missed something. We kind of see him rotate around, but by then it was too late. We had, who was it? I think it was, Plebdo already had rushed in, shoots him in the back. We even saw Akazo the moment he got into office. He pre-fires to the left because he's like, there's no universe where they don't have someone sitting there, but no one was there, and they're able to take control of office and slowly just box in the side of Danger Doodles like we keep talking about. The moment that happened, they were able to just collapse in on them.
Yeah, was a fantastic read and fantastic play there from the attackers. Defenders tried their best to hold things down after being kind of pushed to the brink there on the cargo hold area there, but ultimately it was just a kind of cutting of the resources there. And I noticed that the attackers picked up a mop and a saber on that end of the last round there. So it should be an interesting one to see on Killhouse if they have to use it or just ultimately throw it away. I could see some long picks across, but perhaps more just for the mind games. Perhaps Lotus Scepter. I like the Breezeway. This is kind of a risky one if they go for the push, but you know what? I think it could just be effective. I like the angle, though, in Kitchen. There's a nice long shot as well on the top side here, going through Club. Could get a lot of good damage in there, but equally, Office is going to be a spot to watch out for.
Depending on how many bullets are in that mop, I would be very surprised if they didn't give it into the hands of Plebdo. Maybe let Akazo have the saber in return, as this is round 3, so we switch to the next tile after this one, so you really want to use everything you've got. But yeah, like you were saying, that breezeway is looking dangerous, and you even have these fences down here as well. So if there are little windows in that kitchen door, that's going to be just another angle that you got to be careful about, because they could be watching that. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they want to play this. This is such a discombobulated like kill house. Like there's just so many like twists and turns in this one as well. There's no real like kind of way to box them in here.
Exactly. This is going to be a really tough one to hold off the push from. I think they can do it, but it's going to be a tall order. And it looks like they're going to go for the fast charge there. It looks like they're going for a green door breach. With charge there, looking here with the barbed wire that way instead of going for a grenade for time. So this is gonna be a fast, looks like a very, very fast play here and fast approach. This is gonna be a tough one to stop for the attackers, at least for defenders, at least attackers. I think they got a good idea in mind. It's gonna be a tough one, but you know what, Global Breakout, they can do it. If they have a good execution, they have a good plan, they can do it. Maybe the first one was a whiff, but I think now they've got their things lined up. They know what to do. It's gonna be up to the defenders to stop that push in any way possible.
I think a huge kind of deciding factor in this is going to be Gravy on that auto shotgun, right? They have an idea that most likely 9 times out of 10, they're going to be sending someone through lockers because that breezeway is just too sweet to give up. So where he positions himself and if he's able to get 2 or 3 picks, if not just 1, is definitely going to kind of decide how this round goes.
Definitely, he's going to be the one to watch out for. And here comes the push and play from the attackers. We're going to go for the reception push, but ultimately Daxi and the Kenrishi kid there is going to be Gravy. Looking to try and hold off that push for now. Comes the spray down from a lot of the attackers. So far, no damage done yet. Taking a little bit, but that's about it for now. But here comes Argo. Gravy in a close spot here. Oh, the Ikazo drops him down. Daxi trying to recover in office, looking for the information, going for the shots across, trying to spray him down, but ultimately does not get the kill. But the other side, Marbles looking to hold off the push for now. Ty with a good rotation as well. Marbles still holding on, but Daxi, good shot there, gets the kill into Argo. Plebdo trying to recover, but ultimately Daxi will escape for now. Because SaChi though have pushed out into the breezeway here. Looking to go for the peak.
won't.
They're trying. They're going all at it. Daxi and Ty as well with a good rotation up in the top side here. Where the charge here? Where the play being made? Are they going to go for it is the question. Looks like there is no. SaChi has the clacker, so they're ready to go for the charge if need be. Good Molotov for the push. That isn't happening just yet. So far, a bit of a waste Molotov there, but it's actually waiting as well with the molly. If they go for the breach, but dangerously close to that spot there. There goes Marbles, the good pre-shot there towards Plebdo. The second smoke on the flank here. And so far, Domsy on the backside here picked up the mop. He's going to go mop on attacker, and there is the breach. Again, good Molotov on the spot there. Holds off the push, but now Ika's though, and it looks like Domsy are both pushing with the sniper on Killhouse. Something we never expected in a million years yet. Looks like Plebdo doesn't need it anyways, gets the kill on the Marbles. Zoom and Ty last alive here alongside Daxi here in the side. Daxi taking a little bit of fire there. Quite literally on fire. Here comes the aggressive push, and only Ika drops him. Oh, it is down to a 4v2 here for Ty and Zoom. Still holding on well to the bomb, though. They're still not out of it just yet, but it's going to be a tough one pushing. Here comes the aggressive push to take control of the flank. Breakout there. Ultimately, Ikazel drops down. Ty is going to go for 4 now. He's already got 3 kills on the board here. Ultimately, a wild shot coming down. Zoom ill in the fire here. Plebdo looking to lock it down. And indeed, Plebdo secures the win with Global Breakout.
Yeah, and once again, they were just too damn complacent. Like, this would have been the time. This whole time, you had, like, the easiest opportunity to send Zoom or Ty, or even both, to go around, kind of wrap around the map, go for that flank, and you would have only had to go up against Domsy, who had the KR, and you would have been fine. You would have had the box in that breezeway area, nowhere for them to go. But instead, they kind of both chill in this club area, and the moment that they lose control of Kitchen, there's nowhere for them to go. There's a single door they have to funnel themselves through. The right side of the door is wooden as well, so you can't just hide there. You'll just get wall banged to bits, and they were wall banged accordingly.
Exactly. Unfortunately, it was a good attempt there from the attackers, but as you said, just a good attempt, but ultimately not enough for the win there. But I think this next one, though, I think Ninja Doodles are going to bring it back in on this swap sides now on C-Store. I think this is going to be one to watch out for sure. We saw the storefront breach. It was certainly something of an attempt in that side there, but I think Danger Doodles, if they're going to execute on it, I think they go for a bathroom side flank into towers.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be super effective as well. Though I think they're going to avoid green door entirely on office. And they may send someone extra there to kind of go for like a lurk flank at mid-late round. But I think this is going to be a really, really good storefront bathroom push in here from the Danger Doodle side here. That's my call.
Okay, I can definitely see that. I feel like, yeah, honestly, just ignoring that office green door, maybe even ignoring the storefront, rather go for that bathroom arcade push. I think by this time, like, Danger Doodles realized from their round defending that those side rooms are so damn OP. So honestly, breaching through arcade, take a guess. You know, you go like a 50-50 chance that either Argo will most likely be chilling with that auto shotgun, either in arcade in some corner or in bathroom in some corner. Run that 50-50 chance, have your flashbangs ready, have someone with a shotgun maybe ready, rush in through both, take control of that top left room, right? Once you have control of that, no one should be able to rotate through freezer. Take control of bathroom. You have that, no one should be able to rotate through storefront. And then you just slowly push that advantage and kind of just back them. Either you kind of force them to sit on the bomb or sit somewhere in storefront, and you should have total control of the map.
Indeed, they are. And how they're going to counter it is going to be a tough one, but I think the Doodles can do it. But really, Global Breakout have to position themselves well, and it looks like they're going to do that so far. Expecting a little bit of everything in this play here. A lot of utility being used up early on in the set here. So how it goes out for them, how well it will work will be up to the players to figure out if they're going to be able to hit their shots or ultimately just crumble.
Yeah, absolutely. It's looking like I think they might even be going for a light play. I see that they went ahead and marked the power. So I'm going to be interesting to see if that does come into play or not. Just spectating them right now. They are going to grab a door charge. So we're definitely going to be seeing them coming through one of the red doors. They opted to not grab the night vision goggles. So they were like, you know what, screw that. We'll save that for another rainy day, another dark day. And we see the kind of the rotate going on. So yeah, it's looking like they will be running into the bathroom here. Argo actually surprisingly not grabbing the auto shotgun. Going to be saving that for a later round. Instead has the NAC 11. And so they are going to have two members go through the green door. Okay. Grenade goes out. Barbed wire's gone. They are going to breach into the bathroom. They're just going to rush the car. No, they shoot him in the back. Very nicely done. And Plebdo, a little bit of suppressive fire, not quite going to connect on anything. Argo spraying through as well. Just like that. They have control of the bathroom. And they will be able to take control of office. This is good. Now they need to start pushing that offensive. They've got this line set up. And they should be able to push it accordingly if they just kind of, you know, slow and methodically push through.
I like this angles. I like this push and hold here as well. Ultimately, defenders are in a good spot to counter, but so far they're kind of they've held up the attack really well. Actually, they had a good kind of momentum in mind for the Ninja Doodles here, but so far they just can't seem to connect and actually go through. They're kind of held up, not sure where to go, not sure where to push, looking for anything right now. They're just not able to find it just yet. It's still winnable, but it looks like they go for maybe a storefront push. Oh, it's gonna be a tough one to watch. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, they're kind of just caught up in the moment right now. They don't quite have the courage to push Argo with that nag,
Mhm.
and they don't really want to face down with Domsy in the freezer either. But you gotta send him. And sometimes you gotta face the
Mhm.
music, and they face it very nicely. Gonna take out
Oh.
Domsy. They're gonna
All
go for
right.
oh
Oh,
no,
oh,
but he's
oh,
gonna go
oh.
down in freezer. SaChi's gonna take out a return.
Oh, oh, the
Lepto
team
goes down. There's
kills.
a team kill. No,
Plus
Ty, watch your
2.
fire. Blue on
Oh
blue.
my.
And just like that, Gravy does go down. It's all up to Argo with the nag. Just go for the
Oh,
bomb. Just go for the defuse.
go.
Just hold
Oh,
that door. Yeah, just go ahead and
there
send
you
it.
go.
Beep beep bop. Just type it on the keyboard.
No, it's not gonna.
Oh,
Argo
you
though
didn't see
drops
that
him.
coming though. Argo
Oh.
drops him. One-on-one tie against
Uh-oh.
Argo. 28
Uh-oh.
seconds on the clock. Yo, tie.
Oh.
Okay. Hits him with
Tie
the
ace?
1-2. Very nicely done. Almost. Oh,
That,
yeah,
that,
it was a tie
that's an
ace.
8
Yeah.
plus. Yes.
Oh no.
His
Nah,
people
Foom
too.
killed one. Foom killed Domsy.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
it basically is with the
A
team
six,
kill
still
there.
a 6K.
That's 5 kills. You know, still not bad by any means, but wow.
Yeah.
Ty, the MVP by far, killing anyone in his sights for sure. He's
Literally
still outside at
anyone.
this point.
He saw already. He's like, get out of the
Wow.
way. I'm
Yeah,
running this show.
yeah, he's got the bloodlust activated right now. He is ready to kill anyone on sight for sure. What a crazy push there, and what a good really recovery as well in that center spot there. They had their plan kind of fumbled. They almost dropped the ball there entirely by that push in the sides there. They weren't sure where to go, weren't sure where to push, what angles, and they said, you know, the heck with this. We're gonna go in, we're gonna send it, and we're just gonna commit, and it worked.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like we were saying, they were really just kind of they weren't sure, do we kind of push this or do we try and let them come to us? And then they go ahead and they push Domsy in that top left freezer and it works out. And just like that, they're able to take inch by inch more of the map. And once they're able to control more of that map, they're able to force GB into these like worse and worse spots. We saw at the end there, Argo, he was stuck in that top right corner, really know where he could go, and then the pre-fire through the door just takes him out.
Yep, plain and simple. And now, once again, on Operation Chrono Circus. Last time it was a bit of a circus show there in the top side of offense with the crazy play in Silver Farm with the fast push. But now I'm liking the Doc play here. I think this
Okay.
could be if it's executed quickly and they prevented the trap being kind of called out or expected by Global Breakout, this could be devastating.
Yeah, absolutely. I really want to see that aggression that we saw just now over on C-Store as well. Because we saw when they breached into bathroom. Sorry that I keep calling back to it, but it was just so nice to see.
Mhm,
We
mhm,
saw that the moment they bust down that door, right? They sent it. Akazo was waiting there with the Molotov thinking they're not going to immediately rush in, so I'll have time to throw the Molotov back off, find a better
mhm.
spot. No, sir. They rush in, shoot him in the back when he tries running off because he realizes, damn, I'm in a bit of a bad spot. And, well, he's in his grave now. But now it's a
Yeah.
new round. So
Indeed, that was a good push there. Danger Doodles, they have, if they can get the aggression, they can get things kind of
Mhm.
going and commit all the way, they've got it. But Global Breakout, if they can just stop that push and then kind of slowly whittle them down one by one, they can easily just take it as quickly. So it's going to come down to good teamwork and ultimately good execution and good follow through all the way through to secure the win here. But now, I'm liking this trap being called out here by the defenders. I like that mob spot up there. That
Oh, yeah.
flexibility run up an Aqu walkway or go to office if need be, or even go server farm with that fast spot there. That's going to be an important spot there. Plebdo, a player to keep your eyes on.
Yeah,
This
definitely.
round.
Klepto is going to be, yeah, it's like you said, keep your eyes on because he's going to be absolutely huge this round. I do feel like just like where we had, God, who was that? Who had that auto shotgun on kill? I forget the name. Doesn't matter.
Argo?
I think, no, nah, I forgot who it was. It was someone on Ninja who had the auto shotgun. Ended up falling though. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Anyways, back to the
Anyways,
point. Like
yeah.
you were saying, Plebdo
Yeah.
is gonna really come down to how well he can perform with that mob and hold. Look at that angle he's holding. Dude, come on, Plebdo. What are you doing,
Wow.
bro? That is disgusting.
Oh.
Come on, man. I'm not even placing you, and I still don't want to see this. My
Oh,
God.
man.
Oh,
That-
not quite gonna get any picks though. Thank God for that. I would have probably just smashed my keyboard to bits if I died like that. But luckily, no one's gonna die that way.
Oh.
Charges down on Doc, and they're gonna be biding their
Alright.
time, waiting for the right time to blow it up. They blow
Here
it,
we
no,
go.
and the tie goes in, goes down to Argo though.
no.
One for one, and just like that, it's
Alright,
still a
alright.
3-on-3. Akazo pleb on
Uh-oh.
Dumpy. Okay, Plebdo take a shot once, so he's gonna be down to
Ugh.
50.
Uh-oh.
Just like
Uh-oh.
that. Gravy,
Uh-oh.
taking aggressive. He's
Alright.
not quite gonna go in just yet. Akazo was holding that angle. Gravy's deep
Go.
though.
Oh,
Trying to get
oh,
some shots off. Gonna take
There
out
we go.
Akazo. And it's
Oh.
gonna take out Domsy too. Very nicely done. A nice
Wow.
clean sweep. Textbook, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, they'll take this round back as well.
Just mopping them up, cleaning up the cargo hold there, and ultimately cleaning up the deck. Indeed, clean up that poop deck for sure with an aggressive, successful push there. Argo almost stopped it dead in his tracks with the auto shot, yet despite that, somehow gets dropped by ultimately Gravy there, and they take Gravy Train to take the lead 3-2.
Yeah, very nicely done. It's like we were saying, that aggression. We saw that God, was that Gravy was able to get in so
Mhm.
deep and he was able to just cause so much havoc, which allowed Foom to also get in, get that double kill, and then they're able to secure the site. They were like, you know what? Actually, screw server farm. We know that Plebdo's watching that thing, which is like the most disgusting angle in the universe. So we're not even gonna try and push that. They send it in through Dock, they wipe the floor with them, they take out the garbage, and then they get the room.
Indeed, securing the W is important, and indeed what they have done so far. I'm liking the good pickups as well for utility, but now next round is going to be one to keep your eyes on. They have the Saber. They have the KR, and they kept their... Oh, they picked up the other... Oh, did they pick up that Charlie? Yeah, who cares if they need it? Don't even worry about it. They've still got the clacker. They're going to be doing some clacking, that is for sure, on the next round here. So far, what an interesting performance there from the defenders as well. I like the positioning. I like the good recovery in the strat. Ultimately, it was just a lack of shots on downrange, and ultimately a good, I think, push there from the attackers to secure the win. But equally, good work from there from the defenders. I don't know for the win, of
Yeah,
course, but good play.
No, absolutely. And yeah, actually, he did end up taking the auto shock in that last second there. They did go ahead and grab it. I'm guessing they didn't grab them up. There
Mm.
wasn't quite enough bullets, but still, you take it out of commission. Plebdo no longer has it, can no longer utilize it on such a map like this as well. He's probably just crying right now because this would be such a beautiful map for him to have it. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how GB wants to play around this. Now they don't have those long range weapons that they'd like to use, and we're going to have to see how they're going to end up holding these long angles, or maybe they go for something cheeky and kind of try and hold the line in this reception, have someone just like peeking those angles and not even allow the side of Danger Duels to get into the site in the first place. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
I think.
Okay.
Oh,
Look at that wall
oh,
charge, though.
oh.
Oh,
Okay.
ooh.
Yo, this is what I was thinking before. If they go for the fast play here, if they can beat the Molotov throw in kitchen, they can do some damage or just push through it and just stay the heck with it, do a floggles and just run through, gun through,
Mm-hmm.
take the W. I think they could they could take the round pretty
This is
quickly here.
ambitious. This is
It's
ambitious.
this is an all or nothing strat here, and I think it can work
Mm-hmm.
out effectively. But as you can see, a Molotov already being planned out by SaChi. I'm sure it's an easy call to make. You're expecting a potential play and push there. We saw that
Yeah.
last time as well with a good spot from Daxi on the top side there, sitting at kind of the upper edge there of the breezeway, up on the left side
Yep.
there. Worked out very well for him. So it's going to be a tough one to push through, but if they can run through the fire and flames, they got the dub.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be. I'm just trying to think right now. What would be the best way to get around though? Because obviously the truck, a bit of a bad spawn for this particular strat because you kind of a long way to go. But if you run around reception, right, which would be definitely a better way because they don't hear you coming, you run the risk of being just absolutely annihilated through reception, right? Have someone peeking there with like a KR or
Mhm.
something like that, you're gonna get shredded. Or here we see Domsy actually picked up the Ingmar. But if you go around the right side here, they're going to start hearing you coming when you run around this kind of kitchen area. They'll hear your footsteps, and then they'll definitely be kind of privy to the thought that, oh, you might be coming through Breezeway. So it's really, I mean, it's really going to kind of come down to how fast they can execute this. Because, I mean, look, Argo's already chilling and locks with the tub.
Oh
Kazo as well with the
no.
Ingmar. So they really
Uh-oh.
need to be careful about how this
Uh-oh.
goes.
Yeah, this is going to be one to watch for, and it could come down to pure execution, but Argo, Ikazo, and Plebdo in a good spot in reception there to try and stop off that push. They're going to have to try and sneak past and not be spotted. Ikazo holding up the angle well, though. There you go. There's the reception breach. Plebdo and Argo in a good spot on the other side. It's actually in position. It's actually waiting at the bomb if they do go for it. Looks like Gravy on a good spot. Oh, and Ikazo will drop tied through the wall there. Argo holding out the push for now. Ultimately, Gravy trying to take down Plebdo there.
How do you lose
it, but
that?
still gets
No!
dropped. That is a whiff and a half for sure. There's a Daxi with the push on the outside here. They're going to go through. It's actually a good spot as well. And Ikazo going to hold off the angle here. They do get rid of the grenade. There you go. Barbara's out of the way.
Go, 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 go.
They got to go. They got to hurry. There you go. Daxi pushing through.
There we go. There we go.
But Domsy still has to get the kill to Daxi. But Daxi still holds on for dear life. Zoom has to push through as well. Marble's holding off the angle. Oh, Domsy wins the battle. But Zoom's going to push through and get on the bomb.
Marbles hold the line.
Marbles holding it.
Hold the line.
At once. Zoom takes down Argo. Oh, the play is being made here. Marbles holding on, earning the MVP here. Zoom trying to stay alive here. Domsy and Plebdo shooting through. Ingmar and KR trying to take this player down. But Zoom is still in the fight. And on the defuse as Marbles drops down Ikazo. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Can they survive this one is the question. Domsy and Plebdo just holding down Zoom. Marbles needs to come in to support this player here.
Got
Zoom gets the kill to Domsy. It's down to a 1v2. Can Plebdo clutch? Or is it going to be Zoom with the aggressive strat? Is it going to come out with the victory? Or is it going to be Plebdo holding on and securing the dub? He gets the pick up on the Zoom. It's all on the Marbles. Saber versus KR. Can he get it? Oh, 33 seconds remaining. A good amount to fuse. 51% already. Looks like going for the super shotty for the pistol. Oh my. This is going to be one to keep your eyes on. Who's going to win? 1v1. Plebdo!
No way!
Wins the shot and ties it up 3-3.
way.
Plebdo earning a lot of dough on that one. What a comeback and what a play there from the defenders. Attackers had everything going their way, but ultimately Plebdo holding the line and hold the dub there. Marbles as well, MVP of that round there. Really, really amazing push and hold there. But really, Plebdo secured it.
Absolutely. And we saw kind of a bit of a repeat of what we saw that last time, right? On the Kill House, where once again we had two members in this case of Global Breakout stuck kind of in that club area, have to rely on these wall bangs, and just luckily they realized, oh, I found that sweet spot where they can kind of shoot through the wall and hit anyone who's trying to defuse, and that lets them end up coming out on top. I gotta say though, how did Gravy lose the close range 1v1 with the
Ah,
auto shotty, bro? Like
ah.
those are mistakes that you cannot let happen.
Yeah, those are costly, and indeed, it wasn't a defining thing that cost them the round, but definitely something that
Yeah,
will definitely
that's
hurt their
big.
team
Marvel's
a
MVP,
lot.
bro. He held the line
Yeah,
like a champ.
dude, he held the line with a saber against three KRs and a Ingmar, and somehow came back and clouded to a almost 1v1 there at the end. Yet
Yeah.
ultimately, Plebdo as well facing a pretty tough odds there with a nice long shot there with the KR.
Mhm.
That's not easy to hit either. So
Nah.
props to Plebdo there.
Yeah, Plepto was like, "I'm the only one who gets to use long range weapons here. Give me the saber back. Give it. Gimme, gimme, gimme."
For sure. But now on Operation Tide Sphere, which is despite not being a sphere, I think it's gonna be a pretty spherical round here on the push and hold an observation. I like it. It's a little bit
Okay,
aggressive,
okay.
but it's you got some flexibility. The pit bomb though is a strange one for sure. The angles are gonna be weird to hold because you can't really hold it from the standard spots you normally have in pit.
Mhm.
I think jungle's gonna be a good spot to watch it from, but that's just a weird angle. This is gonna be a strange one to push. So maybe defender sided perhaps.
It's interesting. God, this is such a like front to back kind of map. I would on no, I was gonna say it would be nice to see kind of like a bit of a pincer maneuver. You got people coming through beach and then some through jungle, but jungle is just like that's such a
Yeah.
death trap, and it's gonna take the people from beach so long to reach. So you really might just be better off kind of as we see here with that door charge onto
Yep.
base and some people coming through beach and just slowly kind of like we've seen before. You have like this line set up and slowly try to take the map inch by inch.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a sludge fest through the beach. If they do go for that, I do like the red charge though in observation when they have the sight lines
Mhm.
locked down. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a tough one to push through and survive, but I think they can do it. But equally, there is a lot of barbed wire there and a lot of focus from the enemy team there. But it looks like they're spread up a little bit more than expected. This could be winnable, but it's gonna be a tough one for Danger Doodles. It's so far tied 3-3. The set's gone very, very close. It's anybody's game here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, another testament to just how headstrong GP is. Normally, you would see teams kind of
There
shooting
we
out.
go.
Okay, we're gonna have to come back to that later because they've gone ahead with the breach.
They're going
Grenades
at it.
going in. They're looking to rush
Whoa,
SaChi.
whoa,
My
whoa,
God,
whoa.
Gravy, he's cleaning them up. He's eating them up for dinner. Very nicely done. But now he's kind of stuck in there. The Molotov
Wow.
did go down, so him and Ty need to just chill together before they make their next move. Just like that. Oh, look
Oh,
at Akaza, though. He's top
all
right. He's
right.
just
All
chilling,
right.
bro. He's
Ooh.
been chilling in that top right, and he's looking to get a peek, a one or
No, he
two kill here
is.
when they try to run for the
Oh,
power. So he's just going
oh.
to bide his time and wait. Meanwhile, at Daxi Tide, they're looking to move into pit here.
Uh-oh.
They're going to take a
Ozzy.
Dom's lead.
Oh,
No, they
oh,
won't.
no.
Ah, he's going to get one, but he will be
Oh.
killed in return. It's just like that. They do have control of pit. So Argo's going to try and make something happen with the Legos, but it won't
All
happen because
right.
he's going to go down. Just defuse. Just go for it. Now's the time. And there we go. Yeah, looking like they're going to stick it. And now
No.
Akazo and Plebdo, they might just opt to save this round. Just save the KR. Just save the mob. Just chill. Try and get a pick here or there. And just like that, there we go. The fuse does go out. And they're just going to chill. That's probably, honestly, at this point, that's the best case scenario. Just chill. No reason to risk anything. Marvelous is holding that angle with the saber. He might just get something. Oh, Marvelous doesn't realize he's just got to shoot. He
Uh-oh.
might just have to shoot in that direction to get the kill. 5 seconds.
Oh,
Time I try to make a move.
All right, all right, all
Tie.
right. Oh, he
he
gets
took him
one.
down.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God.
Wow, what a conclusion to that round there. It really was down to the last second there where Ty dropped at the last bit there, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a round there, what a performance. And it really was I called it totally wrong. There was an attacker map because that is such a weird angle to hold on the bomb site. As
Yeah.
soon as you even remotely lose it, it's GG. You just got to throw the round and get out of there before you lose anything more valuable, which
Yeah.
so far attackers went a little over, maybe perhaps over aggressive trying to recover stuff. But you know what? It worked out for them. They got the round and they're taking the lead now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I was gonna say before, and then we got interrupted because they just
Mhm.
absolutely sent it. What I
Yeah.
found amazing to see, normally on these kind of maps, right, where observation plays such a big role. I mean, you could see that like those TV screens were looking into pit right onto the bomb. Normally, you see these teams kind of shoot out some of those screens, right? So that just in case you
Mhm.
kind of lose control of it, they can't be used against you. They were like, nah, there's no way we lose this thing. We're not even gonna shoot out the screens. We're just gonna hold it. And unfortunately, the hold doesn't work out. But it's just a testament to how confident they are in their abilities.
Yeah, they are fully locked in. They're fully committed, and they're looking for the win here. Now in Operation Obsidian Fang with looks like a little bit more of a standard bank map, perhaps banking on
Yeah.
something for the win here at least. So far, Global Breakout they have what is that? It looks like it is 4 rounds to win. I can count math. 4 rounds to win for the game, of course. 3 more for Danger Doodles to bring it to game 3. This is going to be one that I think they can win potentially, but the the button in accounting at least, I kind of like it, kind of dislike it. It's gonna be a weird one to push through on the flanks here in security. I think they can do it, but it's going to be really, really tough. They're going to have a good barbed wire here. This is going to be a long shot for Danger Doodles here to win this.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you, man, the Vietnam of bank, bro. Look at that accounting.
Mhm.
There's just like the moment you even enter from just this spot, even if you're not, even if you do clear out the barbed wire, right? You can get shot from this left corner. You can get shot
Mhm.
from this corner. You can get wall bang from someone who's standing right here. Hell, when you get to the button, there could be someone in this corner. There could be someone up here. There's just so many angles that they could be watching. It is just so hard to push that. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they kind of adapt to the situation. Do they maybe just say, you know what, screw that. We're just going to kind of blow the manager door instead and go
Mhm.
through there, try and hit the button, or maybe they even send it through the vents, just save their explosives completely. This time around, unfortunately, this vent layout kind of sucks for them because it's not like a pincer
Yeah.
move kind of thing. You literally are funneling yourself through this one spot here, so that might not be the move. So it's really gonna kind of come down to the planning and executions, like we said last week. Those
Mhm.
teams that are kind of like equally strong, it really just comes down to mastery over the weapons, kind of how good your aim is, and then planning and execution. You can have the best plan in the world, you execute it poorly, you're still going to
Mhm.
lose, or you might have the worst plan in the world, but somehow you still execute it well and you still end
Yeah.
up winning.
Yeah. And having adaptability especially is essential for the
Exactly.
win
Oh
here,
yeah. Oh yeah.
especially on a map
Thank
like
you. I
this
totally
where it's
forgot
like
that.
yeah, I mean, it's planning, execution, and adaptability when the plan goes wrong. Because every
Mhm.
plan goes out the window as soon as the first gunshot happens. It's going to be out the window. You got to change things up. You got to be flexible, adaptable, and just do what it takes to win. And ultimately, this loans push, I think it's a good idea. I almost want to see a security push through the hall that way. Go for the long shots
Ooh.
across there. It's pretty tough to hit those, mind you, but I think the attackers here they can do it. It's be a long shot across, but I think it's going to save accounting from. I guarantee you, they attackers already know they can see accounting. Going to be an absolute death trap with these angles here. It's going to be terrible to push through. But if they can get the backside flank in, they can take control of accounting, go for the vault push. I think it's going to work well for a split push if they do go for it. And I think they're
Mm.
expecting that.
Yeah, it's
But
definitely a
no,
little
they're
bit.
actually nope, manager
Oh.
push.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
okay,
stand
yeah.
corrected. Excuse me. They're going for the manager push instead, which
I will say
honestly
though, I
makes more
think that's the
sense.
best move. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best move. Just like because if
yeah.
you do go through entries, there's just so much you need to fight through. You've got the angles and security, you've got Teller, and so it's really you're just better off. Even if it is the safest way and the most expected way, it's the safest for a reason. And as long as you just don't let yourself get funneled too hard, they should come out on top. I gotta say though, what I find interesting. Okay, so Daxi did end up putting it away, but he did grab the leg roast from the last round. That is an interesting pickup. Maybe I'm
Oh.
just biased because I suck with the leg roast. I'm just terrible with it, man. The iron sets I
Mm.
can't play with it, but I'm gonna be interested to see if
Yeah.
they maybe bring it out in a future round or next round in this case. But let's go ahead and see what they have in store for us this round.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do with that leg roast next round, potentially, or any round. Leg roast is kind of a weird weapon there with unique damage to it. It's kind of like an Ingmar, but a little bit scuffed, but has its own kind of niche to it. It's a bit of a alternate Ingmar, perhaps. But Marbles is going to be
Mhm.
sneaking through the vents. First one,
Ooh,
going for the SaChi trap. But
bit of
Ikazo's
a
getting a
bait.
good read in. Yeah, the problem is Ika doesn't think his spot here
Yeah.
just taken down as soon as he does anything. So this could be interesting to break the. There you go, breaks the bar, breaks the entrance there. Molotovs him, forces him in a spot there. There's the red door breach. It
It
looks
was
like
a
it's going to
bait.
be a bit
It
of a
was a
killing
trap.
spot. It is indeed, and this is going to be a tough one to come back from. Argo to spot on the button here. Domsey
Oh
staying
no,
alive for now.
Argo.
Argo hidden.
Oh no.
SaChi with a good rotation as well to stay alive and not be spotted yet.
Check the
Defenders have
corners,
no idea where
please.
they are.
Check the
Well,
corners,
attackers have no
please.
idea.
Check
Uh-oh,
the corners,
Ty. It's
please.
gonna be. Here comes. Uh-oh,
Ty,
Argo. Argo.
Ty,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ty just holding
Ty,
on
turn
for
around,
Walker
please.
now. Oh, but Zoom will take down Donzi
Oh.
with a good start there. Argo. Oh,
Oh.
Plebdo with a long shot there into Ty as Ikazo drops marbles in the vents. Zoom trying to stay alive and just
Ah.
Argo. Oh, Gravy Nadaxi last alive here, trying to rotate out of the way, trying to escape, but Ikazo saying, no, you're forced to play in the jungle now, and you've got to get out of there if they're going to survive this one. Maybe going for a clacker or two, but so far Gravy is looking for something to do, something to get out of there with. A little bit of utility. Adaxi will escape, make his way out of there. It is definitely a failed push there. Good attempt, but ultimately not enough for the win. But Gravy looking for something a little extra, perhaps. Argo and SaChi to hold on for dear life, and Ikazo holding the angle as well. If anybody tries anything silly, they're going to get wrecked, and they got to stay safe.
Yeah, unfortunately, Daxi only has 6 bullets left in the chamber and only 1 mag left in his pistol, so there's literally nothing he could do, even if he wanted to. And like you said, Gravy gonna just stay in for some extra pickings, maybe try and get a kill here or there. Look at him, he's
Mhm.
just sneaking
Oh,
through.
here we
Yeah,
go. He's going through.
I mean, look at that. I
Uh-oh.
would be so nervous
Uh-oh.
if I was Gravy right now. This
Oh,
the
oh,
angle.
he still
Oh,
gets
he
it.
gets
He
Argo. He
still
just
takes on Argo. Oh, but SaCi and Ika's are trying to trade it. Oh, SaCi looking to try and go for it.
oh, the angle.
Oh, there it
Oh, they are
is.
gonna go down. Do they have enough time to pick up the auto shotty
No.
though? No, it doesn't look
Oh,
like it.
no.
Doesn't look
No
like it.
way. Oh, almost gets zapped there too.
Yeah.
A little risky there, but tied up 4-4 now.
Absolutely. Argo probably screaming at his teammates right now, pick up my auto shotgun, please. But they will do no such thing. And they will take the round, though.
Indeed, that was a good push there. It was a good attempt of a push, at least by the attackers. Their defenders,
Yeah.
though, had the good call. They kind of knew, okay, well, they're probably not going to go for the standard play there. This is the Danger Doodles. They like to do things a little bit differently on their pushes and holes there. And ultimately, it was the global breakout in a good spot. Either strat call there would have been a good position, and they did put themselves in there well. It came down to gun skills at the end of the time there, and ultimately, it was just the outplay there by global breakout.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was nice to see that. That's some big brain stuff. They kind of, kick down that first vent, make it seem like just maybe they might be sending it through there. And then GB's like, oh, wait, hold up. Let's shift our attention there. And that allows them to kind of reach into manager and get out of that initial kind of like choke point that is the office itself, get
Hmm.
into the accounting area. But the moment they're in there, then it just all went to hell. We saw Plebdo in that bottom part of the lobby with the mop taking out some heads left and right there. And Argo once again sitting in his little corner as he loves to do, just waiting. I gotta say though, props to Argo. He, I mean, when he waits, he waits. He does not move. I'm telling
Hmm.
you right now, he does not
He's
have his hands
committed.
on the keyboard, bro. He just sits there, bro. He's like, dude, I'm gonna just chill here, bro. Someone call me when someone's close, bro. I'm gonna just be doing my thing.
He's in cryosleep over there, just hanging out, just ready to go. As soon as they hit the button, boom, he's back and he's in the action.
Yep.
I happen to notice our next map, of course, being a C-Store, is Nimrod Trigger, a map we've seen,
Oh
I think, the
my
last two
god.
weekends in a
Yeah.
row. And this is a crazy, crazy map here with the interesting bomb position here, interesting angles. And it looks like we're seeing a standard, now a standard play. Before we've seen weird pushes off, we've seen weird pushes from the freezer side there, almost work, almost not work. A storefront breach is the only thing I think we've not seen other than storage. I mean, this is gonna
Yeah.
be an interesting
We're
one to
running
hold.
out at this point, we're running out of different breaches to try. Like
Yeah, this is gonna be. Oh wow, I'm excited to see how Danger Tools push this one. They'll break out. I think they go for a standard strat and call or expectations at least. Go for pretty simple barbed wires here in the obvious spots, but yeah, this is gonna be one to keep your eyes on for sure.
yeah, definitely. And they're going to go ahead and the side of Danger Dudes are just going to send it with everything they've got last round for
Hmm.
this split
Hmm.
before we switch to the next. So they are going to go ahead and just go in, guns a-blazing, go for that storefront breach, just send it. I mean, we have seen that work before, just kind of sending it down that line, watching the corners every now and then just kind of pray. Have someone go in through bathroom, try and, take control of that. But maybe they're going for a little bit of a split. No, look
Oh
at Plepto. Look at
no!
Plepto, dude.
Uh-oh!
He's a menace,
Uh-oh!
bro. Yeah, he's
Oh
waiting. Dude,
no!
Plepto. No, cut it out, bro. Okay, Mr. UAV is. That's a nice
Oh,
smoke, though.
I
Marbles, that
like
was. I
that.
like that. They're expecting it,
All
but we'll
right,
have to
all
put that
right,
on
all
hold
right.
because they're
Oh,
rushing
here we
right in
go.
here. They're in
Here we
storefront. Molotov goes
go.
down. Oh, gets caught, but he does
Oh,
get a
the
kill.
double.
Getting it too.
Uh-oh.
Go,
Oh,
go.
whoa.
Kind of
What is
crazy.
happening?
He's gonna go down to the
What?
Molotov though, unfortunately, but he is gonna
Oh
take
my
two. And just
goodness.
like that, it is a 3-on-2, so Flume with the
Wow.
ultimate sacrifice, able to get his team ahead, and now they have control of Freezer, they have control of Office, and they've kind of pushed them into this storage teller area. Not
Wow.
many places. This would be the time you just kind of send it. Just go for the defuse,
Mhm,
maybe.
mhm,
Have one
mhm.
of your teammates cover you. You've
Just go.
got
Yeah,
Gravy
there you
watching that
go.
angle.
There you
Yeah,
go.
just go for it.
Uh-oh.
Just send it. There should be nothing
Just
that they
go
can
for
do.
it.
If Gravy
Oh,
hits a
there you
shot,
go.
boom,
There you
gets
go.
one.
Gravy
Come on,
gets it.
Gravy.
That has to
Can
go
he get
for it.
two? Oh, he didn't even
Oh,
have to get
a
two because of
Daxi.
Daxi. He's there to back his boy up. He's like, I got you, brother. Brother in arms, brother in life, and they're going to go ahead and take this round.
Wow, what a W there from the strats and from the teams there. Ultimately, it was Danger Duels coming in hot, coming in hard, and ultimately securing the win there. Just plowing through the global bracket there, and indeed breaking them out, and now taking the lead. Finally, 5-4 after a bit of a back and forth battle here. This has been a crazy one to watch, and what a crazy map and battle there on nearly all sides. I mean, it was just a crazy, crazy experience. Nimrod Trigger is one of the GOATs, if
Yeah,
I say so
absolutely.
myself.
Absolutely, man. You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if we see it again in some other future
Hmm. Hmm.
broadcast,
Hmm.
straight up, and then we see a different kind of play, or maybe we see the same kind of play. We can kind of call back to it. But that was very nice to see. Foom just like my man just sent it, bro. He didn't care about anything. He's like, boys, I might not come back home tonight. Y'all better win it for
Yeah.
me. Goes in, gets two, and just opens up so much of the map for his team. They're able to just get in there and get the round.
Yeah, what a good play, good read, and just ultimately a fantastic execution in all regards. But now in Operation Tide Sphere, swap sides. The map with an interesting hold onto it, if you can call it a hold. The pit position there. We haven't seen anybody push on the top side, or at least hang out on the top side for defenders. But I wonder how well that could work. Holding off somebody on the top and bottom in that kind of Z shape. You could have somebody holding off the pushes angle there. We had a little bit of that with the position in the jungle there on the rotation, but
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
work out too well for him.
Yeah, Kazo was kind of chilling in that corner, biding his time, seeing if he makes something happen. But they ended up not going for the power, so he ended up being somewhat irrelevant and couldn't quite
Mhm.
rotate in time. And so he just had to kind of chill there with Plebdo and just wait the clock out. Let's see if the side of Global Breakout have something different in mind. And it's looking like, oh, look at that wall charge. Okay,
All
I
right.
like what I'm
You know
seeing.
what? Yeah, I like this. This is actually a really, really good play because you can you can go for the standard kind of expectation. Okay, observation. They're going to go around to the jungle and try and flank through that way. And they'll try
Mhm.
and meet him in the center on the other side. Boom, breaks through the pit, goes for the fast defuse. That's such a weird spot to try and hold as a defender. You
Yeah.
basically, as soon as they get in the pit, you're already lost the round. So as long as they can hold them off on the base push, which is going to be tough, but possible, mind you. I think if they go for the split push, especially in beach, that's going to make it nearly impossible to try and
Oh,
counter
yeah.
for the defenders.
And thank you to the announcer. It is indeed Are You Ready? Because things are about to get real. We see the
Oh,
defenders setting
yeah.
up. Oh my God, it's about to get feisty. And there we
Here
go.
we
Yeah, there we
go.
see shooting out those TV screens. That's what I was talking about. They are just in
Mhm.
case for some reason they lose control of the ops itself and they're still able to hold onto pit. They don't want those TV screens being used against. Oh my God, they're just
Wow.
spending more rounds than they're actually going to be shooting at the enemies at this point. And it's
Yeah.
looking like the whole team are maybe going to just go ahead and rush
All
it.
right.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
looking to just
There we
send it right
go.
through. A very nice
Oh,
Molotov. Actually
whoa.
cuts off Domsey from the rest of his team.
Wow.
And it's going to halt the push for a while. And now they realize someone's coming through beach, so they're going to be able to plan accordingly. We got
All right.
Ty
I like
and
it.
Gravy chilling in observation. They're just
Sneaking
going to bide their
through.
time.
All
Not
right.
going to do anything risky, just going to chill.
All
There's no
right.
reason for them
All
to
right.
push or do anything. The entirety of
Here we
Global
go.
Breakout has taken
Uh-oh.
control of beach. A little bit of
All
shots
right.
coming out, but this is exactly what they want.
Plebdo.
No one there to kind of
Uh-oh.
block. Okay, Plebdo goes
Oh.
down though. Got a little ambitious, and it's going to be taken out. Wall charge is about to go down. They even
Here
kill
we
the
go.
power. One,
Here
two,
we
three,
go.
and boom, send it. Nope,
Watch
they
out
don't
for
explode it.
gravy.
Okay, now I look like
Uh-oh.
an idiot.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't matter though. They're really
No, they're
gonna just
thinking about it.
thinking
They're
about it.
ready.
They're biding their time. They're gonna
Uh-oh.
send some flashes and make it seem like they are gonna go through observation and really just bide their time before they actually hit the button to blow it up. There we
Oh,
go.
there we
Now they're
go.
blowing it, and now they
Uh-oh.
have Pit in the grasp of their hands.
Oh.
And they take out Gravy though, but
There
Ty
we
able to get
go. Oh,
Domsy.
all right.
SaChi
All
looking for
right.
a pick, can't quite find one. It's gonna go wrong,
Oh,
but turns
there
around.
we go.
No! He turns around and it's gonna go
Oh,
down, but Argo gets one.
no.
Argo goes down. It's just like
Oh,
that. It was
no.
a good idea, but it did not work out in the end. Adaxi, Foom, and Marvels
Wow.
holding that site to a T.
What an execution coming out from the defenders here. They just locked things down. Things were going their ways. Everything was going wrong. And all of a sudden, Gravy on the bottom side just run him up and just gun him down left, right, and center. Just held down the trigger and just mowed that team down. As soon as that happened, the defenders on the other side just locked it down with the angles and just deleted the execution there. That was such a good plan, get
Yeah,
countered just as effectively by the defenders there. It was a really good
yeah.
play there from Danger Doodles.
Absolutely, especially with Ty being in that observation, he held it down so well, and I dare to say that might have been what even gave them the win because just the fact that
Mhm.
no one was able to get into obs and he was able to hold kind of that back line, they weren't just completely cut off from pit, and that allowed them to get that crossfire going, which inevitably stopped the push coming out from Global Breakout.
Exactly. And now with it being match point for Danger Doodles, it is 6 to, I believe, maybe win if they get it on a tie
Yeah.
here for Global Breakout. But otherwise, we're going to game 3 here with Danger Doodles and Global Breakout here, which is exciting to see. These teams have
Oh
been
yeah.
fantastic back and forth here, but now in Operation Obsidian Fang with the Omega Vietnam of accounting and manager, a bit of a crazy stack up play up here. I'm excited to see what the strat's going to be like, what they're going to do, and ultimately how they're going to plan for this one. Looks like they're planning for a pretty standard approach here. But equally, I could see the good counters as well.
Yeah, I have a feeling they will most likely send it through entrance just because, yeah, we see the entirety of Danger Deals. It's like, there's no way these guys send it through entrance, right? But that's just the thing. That's
Mhm.
just what GB does. They always go for these, like, there's no way plays, right? They're like, this sounds stupid. Let's do it. We're gonna do it, and then
Yeah.
they send it. And I mean, we see it. Just look at the arrows and the planning, right? They're expecting them to
Mhm,
come
mhm.
through manager. No way anyone's ever gonna
Mm.
send it through Bathroom. I don't even think GB's that
Yeah.
suicidal to try that. But if
Yeah.
they can get this entrance play going, right, and there's not as many people kind of watching the lobby, they get that first pick and are able to send it in, then this could easily spell disaster for the side of Danger Doodles.
Yeah, if this push is failed indeed, or at least if the defense has failed, I kind of like the attacker's strat here of going for the office spot here, or going through lobby at least. This is
Mhm.
going to be kind of risky, but you know what? Sometimes the unexpected, or at least the obvious play, can be effective against a team that knows that you like to play counter or like to play standard. Being able to be adaptable and being able to be flexible in that way, I think if they fail to go for a counter, they'll go for the security split
Oh.
push there, or maybe even try and go for a shot through towers to try and take down the players there. This is going to be an effective one to watch, and I think this could just be the time for Global Breakout to shine.
So, something small, something minute I
Mhm,
just noticed.
mhm.
I think that they tried to actually convey GB into believing that someone is in the vault. They open the door and then they close
Alright.
it again. So I think they're
Oh,
trying to
for
make GB,
sound.
yeah, they're trying to make them think like, oh, they're gonna have someone in the vault, so only have to deal with four
Alright.
people or three, and then they kind of get
Ooh.
complacent, and then they have their backs turned to them. But they need to get the
Ooh,
vault
look
door
at the
open
Daxi.
first.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is going to be a risky one. The Daxi with the shots across there goes for the kill towards SaChi, but not enough for the damage at least. They're getting a lot of damage on. There's a good Molotov there from Marbles, and oh, a Daxi will drop down SaChi through that side there. Domsy will take down Marbles on the push here. They do get the button open. They can go for the defuse here. Daxi has to rotate in now into security, but there you go.
Oh,
There
he's
you go.
gone.
Gravy double kill. Actually, team kills his teammate there. Takes on Domsy. They're
They
already on
gotta
the chart. He
move.
has
They
to
gotta
go for it.
move.
Because about to get flanked here by a Daxi.
They're gonna close the door.
No, here we
They're
go.
gonna
They
close
close
the
him in.
door.
Oh no! Blebdo will stay alive now. Boom trying to get something out of it, but it's not going to happen. Ikazo and Argo working together, lock down the round and take the dub. It's going to be Global
They got a
Breakout
bomb
taking the
glitch.
round.
He's got to stick it one more time. They got the bomb glitch. I don't think they realized. No,
I
there's
don't.
no way.
Do they?
No, come
No.
on. No, no,
Uh-oh.
no. Come on, hit it.
Um.
Please hit
Uh.
it.
Hello? Can
Or
they
go.
can they defuse?
Yeah, yeah. They just have to hold
Wait.
F on it one
Okay.
more time, I think.
Okay.
It
Okay.
happens sometimes. Yeah, it goes 99 and then it just stays at 99 for some reason. They do realize,
Uh.
right?
I really hope the team does. This is
Guys,
question mark.
hit enter on the
Well,
keyboard, please.
well, if you've never seen it before, you wouldn't know how to fix that. So maybe now they've realized it. They're looking at it. They're pulling up the manuals. They're trying to flip through the pages. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, come on, don't do
Had
it
to pull
hard.
up the guidebook for that one. Wow.
Oh
Argo
my
low health
God.
as well, but man, what a round. What a good push there from these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nicely done. And just some big brain stuff hitting the button once they realize that one of their teammates is in. Kind of checks his corners. Oh, there's no one actually in the vault. Closes the door on him and just absolutely nothing that Foom can do.
Yeah, was a really good play, good read, and ultimately it was a fantastic attack there and really, really good. Locking down angles, locking down the flanks, and just as you saw before, good timing. Locking it
Hmm.
down to where the bomb cannot be touched by defenders, and they tried to bring it back in there. It actually had a good flank in there, tried to get towards Ikazo, but the run up gave away his position and just flicked around, took him out. Plain and simple, it was a good attempt, but not enough to secure it. But now on to the last round of game 2 here. It is either one away for the win, or it's going to be, Danger Duel staying alive for another game here. Global Breakout has to win this push on, of course, the GOAT map here, Operation Nimrod Trigger.
Yep. Yep. What I mean,
Man,
what
what
a
a way to end it.
monumental map. Exactly. I mean, what a map to end it on as well, possibly. We're gonna have to see here what is gonna go down. So they're going for a little bit of a freezer breach. It
All
seems
right.
that's okay. That's interesting to see. So I
Okay.
guess going
Okay.
through freezer, use the shed to kind of rotate around through office rather than pushing through the actual fridges. That should be an interesting push to see.
I like this call. It's a good one to make. The freezer flank is a pretty effective one if you work together with that shed push and flank around as well in office. So you can kind of go for a pincer. It's
Hmm.
pretty effective. You gotta watch out for barbed wire, which you do see being used on the office green door there. So it is kind of a risky play. It is kind of a little bit obviously expected. If they, as soon as you hear freezer, they can just rotate from arcade and lock down office that way. So it is a little bit risky in that regard. But if you can get the timing right, or push through bathroom as well, go for a split push. Maybe two freezers, one bathroom, one office for locked in
Hmm.
angles. That could work out really, really well for them. Eagle could get taken out by pre-fire from the other side though, so it's going to be up to the defenders to get the read in on that call if they're going to go for it, or go for the storefront breach instead, which is making the play change at the last second. It worked out well last time against them, but now it's going to be risky for Global Breakout. But I
Yeah.
think they can do it
Yeah,
if
definitely.
they're
Is
really,
gonna
really
be.
good.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, okay, I was about to say I saw that Argo actually was holding on to the KR and Plebdo had his absolutely beautiful auto shotgun, and I was like, there is no way this man is gonna relinquish his auto shotgun over, but he went ahead and grabbed it. So that's definitely gonna be dangerous as well, especially if they do
Mm.
end up doing this teller breach with these very close range angles. He can just rain down lead in these little kind of like these little corners here. And we already see a Daxi with the knack. If he's not careful, he might lose that 1v1. But let's find out what they're planning. We've got Foom at that top already. He's listening for those footsteps,
All right.
relaying information to his team. He does hear
I
that
like
four
it.
of them are going to freezer, so he can be able to tell his team that. And so Dom's he put
Oh,
so he
all
puts
right.
the
Charge
charge
for a
on the
fast
okay.
breach.
Yeah, but he won't
I
actually
like
able to get in there because that was just a
Right.
door charge. So the hole will just allow him to kind of look through and hold that angle. I
Uh-oh.
guess he's looking to get
There
that
you
kill
go.
on the and the moment he comes out, oh, he's not quite gonna get it though. Gravy will be able to get
Alright.
into the corner.
But Argo.
Yeah, Argo
Uh-oh.
is going in though with the shotgun. He's like, "Come here,
Oh.
boy, come here," and he's gonna go ahead and get him, takes him down. But
Uh-oh.
Marbles with the return kill and
Here it
taking it as he's
goes.
done. Argo goes
Uh-oh.
down as well. Pleb don't get that first kill though.
Wow.
Can he get the pick on Marbles? Oh, he doesn't know that
Uh-oh.
Marbles is in that corner. They have control of
Oh.
Freezer. Gonna go
Alright,
ahead and
alright,
keep
alright,
pushing.
alright.
Kazo with the saber as well is in. Plebdo in the bit of a corner here. He's gonna chill, just wait. Yep,
Alright.
baits out the Molotovs. That's gonna
Mhm,
go
mhm,
down. It's just
mhm,
that
mhm.
there's no more Molotovs to hold any more of these pushes. So it's gonna be interesting to see how
Alright,
well they can hold
alright.
this.
Oh, 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 oh.
Looking like they might go for the bath. No, they're not gonna go for the bathroom push.
It goes
Oh, the
oh!
guy's over
What
here.
a
He just takes
shot!
out Marbles. Looking to go for this
Oh
defuse. Ty
my!
is holding that door though. Can he
Whoa,
get the
Pleb!
kill though? Pleb.
Oh!
Ew.
Wow!
He gets that first kill.
Ty?
It's all up to
Oh!
Ty. Needs to
Can Ty
hold
clutch
everything
this?
together. Can he
He
clutch? Gets
he
a
gets what?
Kazo. He
What?
might just still be in this
Oh my
thing.
goodness!
1-on-2 with
Is
the
he getting it?
rotate over.
Is
Gets
he
a
gonna
kick
get
down the
this?
door, 50%. Oh, they're toying
Uh-oh.
with him now.
Running out of
Donnie's
time.
just gotta stick it.
Oh.
He's gonna
Come
stick
on,
it.
come on, come on, come on. There
Ah.
it is. And of course, Pub with the last kill of the round there secures the W, and that is the game. Global Breakout are going to win, having 6 rounds up. It is going to be ultimately their game, set, and match. GG's well played. Global Breakout are going to take it against Danger Doodles there, but still a fantastic series nonetheless. What a final round to end it on, of course, too. Ty
Yeah.
almost coming in clutch. He was so close, but ultimately it was just Pleb with a good read as well.
Yeah, definitely. It was nice to see the Danger was really playing their heart out. This was by no means a stomp. They held their own so well, fell just slightly short at the end there, unfortunately, and they will be unfortunately leaving us. For there to be winners, there have to be losers, and so Danger Doodles will be taking the L this time around. And Global Breakout will move on to the losers bracket semifinal and have yet another shot to get into the finals.
Indeed, it's going to be a difficult one to battle, of course, with this next matchup. But now, for Danger Duels, that is the end of the road for them. They fought hard, they fought long, but now their battle is over. So it looks like we're going to have some perhaps interviews in a little bit here once we get them in position. So before we get into that, though, any final remarks on that game?
Honestly,
Oh,
oh, we actually
excuse
do still
me.
go to a game 3.
We
Okay,
do go
nice.
to game 3. Okay. Oh, apologies. We
Oh,
were jumping the gun a little early there. They have not won it just yet. We are indeed going to game 3. So with that being said, we'll likely go for another 5-minute break unless they want to keep going. We'll see what the teams want to do.
oh,
Oh, I guess they're going to keep going anyways. Don't mind us. They're
they're
going to go
hungry,
for
bro.
this game 3. Yeah, they're ready to go here. All right. Well, once the teams re-queue up, we'll get back into the action of game 3. But okay, well, we are not done yet.
I was just trying to get lunch,
Game
man. I'm gonna keep it
3.
real.
Wow. All right, game
Okay,
3
okay.
though. Man, wow, okay. Game 3, any predictions coming into this?
Dude, honestly, I feel like after every round, the side of Danger Jules, they're just building up their strength, building up that confidence, right? First time around, they unfortunately they came up a little bit short, not quite as close. This time around, they hit us with the tie, almost get that win. And so hopefully game 3, they're gonna come out on top. I would really like to see that kind of just going into that extra overtime as well, because Danger Jules, they've been fighting so hard, and I just don't want to see them go.
I'm rooting for Danger Doodles too. I know a lot of the players from a long time ago. They were pretty awesome guys. Global Breakout as well have some really cool guys on their team as well. Awesome dudes. Both teams I'm rooting for to win, but ultimately one team does have to win inevitably. Global Breakout have been a little bit hot and cold here and there. Danger Doodles have been a little more consistent in their performances, good and bad as well, but still pretty close together. But I think win wise, it's very tough to give it to who's going to take game 3 here, as both teams have been pretty much neck and neck all the way through. So it's like a 51-49 call. I'm
Yeah.
going to put my money against Danger Doodles just so we have at least one clear winner on the bets.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
going
that.
Global
I feel
Breakout. So,
that.
but honestly, it could go either way. Straight up. I'm rooting for both teams.
Yeah, no, I feel it definitely. I mean, just looking at the stats as well, right? There's really like it's pretty even, honestly. It's like here you have on the
Yeah.
side breakout, you've got Plebdo and Argo Akazo, obviously the three kind of power weapon users who are getting these crazy picks, crazy amounts of damage. And same on Danger Doodles, you've got Foom, Adaxi, and Gravy. Hell, even Ty actually also
Mhm,
popping up. And we saw Ty as well, even though he did go 10 and 10, right? Which meaning he kind of
mhm.
always gets that first pick and goes down. He just gets these essential picks, which allows his team to kind of control the round, as we saw, for example, on Killdome, where he held down observation so nicely. So overall, these teams are just so well matched. So it's like you really said, it's a 51-49 kind of deal.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm excited to see how it's going to go here. Weapon wise, I think, well, from what we've seen so far for the maps, which have been a little
Mhm.
bit more attacker sided, some defender sided, it's been a good mix back and forth here. Do you think on this last setup of rounds here and this maps here for this game, do you think there's going to be any clear victor from maps alone?
Ooh, I think if it's more just kind of performance wise for certain players is going to come down to the maps because I feel like obviously we know Argo he's going to love these kind of like tight cornered maps with plenty of these like corners that he can sit in and hide and just chill. But I think map wise, honestly, we've seen both teams really like adapting. Right, we were on Nimrod Trigger where
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
thought for sure this is going to be such a like defender sided map where it's like okay, you're going to try and send it through storefront, you're going to just get shut down the moment you run through this long hallway. But we see then it's like the attacking side, they send it right back. They fight fire with fire. They match aggression with aggression. They send Fumin, gets the double kill, and they're able to just secure the map on that. So I think map-wise alone, both teams
Yeah.
are pretty much
All right.
50-50. And it's really just once again gonna come down to the planning, execution, and adaptability, like we keep saying.
Yeah, 100%. I gotta agree. I think map wise, we've seen good plays from Global Breakout. They've had a really, really good attack side. They knew how to lock things down. They knew how to keep things going when it went their way. Of course, game two, the first round there, a bit of a fluke there. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe they weren't fully connected or something. Who knows?
Mm.
The brains weren't fully synced up to the computer yet. Who knows what was going on there? But after that kind of mishap happened, the erasure at least. Now that it's done, they went in there, they locked it down. They did lose a couple rounds there that were a little bit easier for them. But I think map wise, I don't see any clear side winning over the other one. But I think equally, there are definitely some good rounds and good maps in this set here of total maps we can play that are going to be maybe a little more, I'm going to call it defense. I think it's going to be more defense sided on
Mhm.
this setup here
Okay.
for game
Yeah,
three.
I
So I
see
think it's
that.
going to come down to who comes on the original outset, which, mind you, Danger Duels are better a little bit on defense than Global Breakout, but both teams by no means are bad. They're both very, very close together.
Yeah, no, that's
So,
definitely true. I feel that as well. Like on defense, it's really that's where Danger Duel shines because I feel on attack they're still a little wary sometimes. It's like they have a plan, they execute it, and then midway through the plan, they don't choke up, but they get a little bit scared where they're like, do we keep going? Do we kind of fall
mhm,
back and wait? And that's just they can't be doing that because we saw, for
yeah.
example, on C Store when they do end up finally deciding, okay, you know what, screw it,
Mhm.
let's grow some balls here, let's just send it,
Yeah.
they end up
Yeah.
sending it and it works out very nicely in their favor. So they really
Mhm.
just need to kind of shake off kind of the nerves when it comes to attack. And like we said before, you got to match aggression with aggression.
Exactly, and about nerves, what do you think of the mentals are on both these teams right now? Do you think we're going to see Danger
Oh
Doodles
Lord.
fall under the pressure, Global Breakout, not breaking a sweat? They had the lead before. They've been kind of chipped down by Gnomes taking down the losers bracket. Now they're on the ropes here. Both teams are actually on the ropes now. They've both kind of lost important games in the winners bracket, and now they're being so close, tied together here, coming into game three. Do you think we're going to see Global Breakout kind of falter a little bit, or do you think Danger Doodles they had the
Oh,
pressure on? They're going to break? You think, or they're going to be rock solid from both teams?
I think if anything, GB is a lot more likely probably to crack under the pressure this time around. Obviously, they're never going to admit it, and they never say it to
Mhm,
our
mhm.
faces.
Of
But
course, of course.
you need to
You
remember
can
they have
tell though.
yeah. It's like their names are just so high up there, right? Like they're known as one of the, if not the best team. They end up losing down into the
Mhm,
losers bracket, right? And then they start fighting their way back up. Last week they had an absolute, I mean, dare I say it, despite some complications, they had an absolute stomp, and so they were probably thinking, oh, this is going to be easy. You know, we're going to take out the trash, take out all these loser teams, and fight our way back into the finals. But now they run into Danger Doodles, and Danger Doodles like, oh, hold on now. You're not getting out. You're not
mhm,
getting through us
mhm,
too quickly. And so it's
mhm.
definitely now, especially Danger Doodles, they're probably getting like a huge confidence boost after that first game. They were like, damn, we might be out of this. Then they kind of bring it back. They fall a little short, but they're realizing that if they just give that extra 10%, they're definitely still in this thing. So I'm a little worried that GP might just crack.
I gotta agree. Global Breakout definitely are the Goliaths compared to the Davids of ultimately Danger Doodles here. Of course, to do a reminder, it is 6 to win for Global Breakout to take the series, so it is gonna be just 6 to win, so it's not gonna be the 7 you normally see. Of course, for Danger Doodles, they still have to win 7 to take the series with 2 full games, one on their side. So it's gonna be a challenge for sure, I think,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
possible.
This time around, especially, it's like you really like even before, obviously, you really couldn't afford any mistakes, but now you really cannot afford any mistakes because now
Mhm.
you're working with an even more like limited amount of rounds to kind of play with. And so with every round that GB does take, you just get closer and closer to losing it.
Yeah, and now on Operation Bishop Tusk here, a map with an interesting checkpoint and pillbox up in the top corner here. This is a strange, strange map.
Oh
I will
my.
say that
There we
courtyard
go.
with
Now
an
I'm loaded
interesting
in.
opening spot too. This is just a very, very confusing one, and the charge in oh, okay, I got rid of it there. That charge in the bottom side of the kitchen there, I kinda like it, but equally, this is a strange spot. The bomb in lockers as well, this is just a strange one
Oh
to push and
my.
hold here. I
You
mean,
know what this is? This is an Argo map.
yeah, no, this is definitely Argo if I've ever seen it. It's got his name written all over it.
Right. And
Wow, this is
also the
gonna be a
problem
big
is that
teamwork.
like especially with this map is that there's so many of these like angles, right? Like you can literally have a defender kind of sitting here in hall using these
Yeah.
windows to kind of watch the doorway into lockers. You can just be
Mhm.
chilling in pillbox, watching onto the bomb. So this is definitely I do feel a very defender sided map. And so I'm kind of smirking to myself right now that we're putting GB into the situation because it's going to be interesting to see how they can handle this, right? Like this is I feel this is maybe I'm wrong. Hey, who knows? Maybe I'm completely wrong and they just end up absolutely stomping them, but I feel like this is such a defender heavy map that it's going to be interesting to see what kind of a plan GB can come up with to kind of counter that.
I think they can do it. If anything, it's definitely gonna be a tough one to push through if they're gonna try and survive. This is, of course, Kill House. A map, if you aren't aware of, is a map with very thin walls on the inside. So that means teams can shoot across. And you'll often see
Hmm.
teams shooting a long ways across the map from the beginning entrances point to the other side, trying to go for kills ultimately. It's going to be a tough one to push through because of that lack of cover, of course, through the walls here. So, effectively, it's going to come down to good teamwork. As we said before, good teamwork, execution, adaptability. You got to have all those locked down to secure it. And if they can do it, I think Breakout can do it.
Gonna have to
So
definitely
here we
see
go.
how they end up playing this. They did, oh, very nice to see shotgun in
All
that
right.
checkpoint door. I don't think anybody would have been suicidal enough to actually sit in there, but better safe than sorry. Got to check your
Mhm,
corners, got
mhm,
to
mhm.
check those windows. Gonna be pushing into office here, and I don't know how I feel about the fact that we see Danger Doodles kind of relinquish so
Hmm.
much of the map. They fall back to kind of this like back right side of the map. They've got lockers, brick house, and hall, but you're giving so much room for the side of GB to play with and
Hmm.
come up with a plan. Once they kind of realize that this whole area is open for them to play
Oh,
with
all
and use
right.
however they want, they're gonna just roll with it. Yo, wait,
Oh,
what? Okay, they
no!
wall charge through
Marbles.
there and they just blow marbles to bits,
Oh,
and just like that, they open up a new line
no.
of sight for themselves. That barbed wire over at the top of
Uh-oh.
lockers has just become irrelevant, but they don't care. They're gonna blow that as well and be like,
Oh,
hey, more angle thrust,
wow.
baby. Gonna
Uh-oh.
move in. Daxi
Argo?
kind of stuck. Argo looking in.
Gravy,
Plebto is
though.
in with
Oh.
SaChi, though. They're both inside,
Oh, it
taking
got you
out
from
Foom.
behind.
Ty needs to hold the sight with his life. Yo!
Oh!
Woo!
He gets it.
Ty, there we go.
Wow.
Ty once again with those kills that
What?
matter. Daxi spraying
Oh
through the
my
wall. It's
goodness.
absolute chaos. Bullets are flying. Mr.
Wow.
President, get down. Ty is the last man standing. They're gonna flash that bomb.
Wow.
Ty needs to rotate though. It's such a long angle. He's
Oh,
got to run.
he
Move those
he can
legs,
do it.
boy.
Oh,
Move those legs. They stopped the defuse though. Akaza holding that long angle, trying to get that wall
uh-oh.
bang. Won't
Uh-oh.
quite get it though. Needs to reload. Ran out of
Oh.
ammo. He can't really move though. And Plinto's just gonna stick that defuse
Uh-oh.
now that they realize where
Go
he is.
for it.
And Ty's gonna go
Oh.
down.
Wow, what a crazy
Wow.
round there. What a performance from both teams, but really was the attackers pushing through, no care in the world. They're going in, they're committed, they're going all in for the win. And so far, they've locked it down on round one. Of course, defenders, and they had a good idea in mind. They gave up a lot of position, though, as you kind of said before. They gave up a lot of position on those flanks. They gave up a lot of their access points, but they're committed to the bomb site because that is, of course, where the objective is located. They have to hold that position. It wasn't a bad idea for sure, but and ultimately it came down to just, I think, gunplay, especially because Ikazo,
Yeah.
he held that back flank, he held down the locations where they couldn't go down and move out of the way to try and go for like a kind of a back, basically a flank on flank approach, which that secured the win straight up from the attackers.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I can't even blame Marbles for being taken out by that wall charge because I didn't even see that one coming.
Yeah.
And I'm spectating. I got the whole map in my view, and I didn't even see that one coming. That was like, and once again, I said before, I was interested to see this kind of more defender sided map. How are they going to approach it? Are they going to just kind of send it? Do your like bare bones kind of strategy, or are they going to kind of come up with something creative? And they came up with something I would have never planned in a million years. They just straight up wall charge right through there, run it right through, and are able to not only just use that as a like second entry point, but then they use that as well as an angle to hold to protect the guy diffusing.
Yeah, it was just a really good teamwork and ultimately a good play indeed. Now in Operation Red Daedalus, a map with a interesting entrance. I kind of like it. Loans as well, interesting. The vents are though in manager. I don't know. It's kind of a risky one, but the vault. It's the vault is certainly something, right? It's not a
Yeah.
bad spot, but you have no cover. And not only that, the button is the bomb to defuse it from the angle is facing towards the vault entrance. So I don't, I almost kind of wonder if someone's going to sit in the corner there if they do get pushed and lose a lot of coverage
Mm.
there.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. At least it's nice to see that you kind of, yeah, like you said, you have that kind of right corner right there in the vault where someone can hopefully sit and hopefully hold it because the moment that the side of GB gets control of that vault, you're in for a pretty bad time.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to come back from. They can do it, though. It's going to be a tall order for sure, but I think, if they can get it executed and get it done. I like the red door push, though, in Hall. I kind of like that flank, though, for the fast run up and gun up through lobby. Basically,
Hmm.
ignore lobby account and go for the play and manager and try to go for the button fast. I
Yeah.
think that could work, but it's going to
Yeah.
be purely execution.
We're gonna go ahead and have Foom actually being stowed into the vault there. So gonna have him
Ooh.
just chill there, understandably so. If they can control that, it could be all over. He'll have his trusty Molotov as well to kind of protect him. And now GB on the offensive. Let's see if they can take round 2 home as well.
Indeed, here comes the push from the attackers here. Sure, Foom will be fooming at the mouth to get in here. So far, Domsey, though. And there is the breach and the red door. Slowly done, though. Ikazo first in with the Saber. First push with the Saber, not the average call you'd expect, but of course, has good support there from Club, though, and SaChi as well on the push. Meanwhile, Ben's being pushed by Argo in the side of Manager. Domsey is well taking control of Manager so far. Ty and Adaxi hiding in an interesting spot there, especially Adaxi waiting to go top dumping in the hallway. Meanwhile, Gravy and Marbles are on the lobby spot. Expect the lobby play there. Argo's already pushed through, going towards that bomb and going towards the button, at least for it. Security, no one over there just yet. Still Foom hiding in there. Ty looking to hold off the button. This is going to be a battlefield for sure as Ty takes down Domsey on the push there. Though drops down Marbles with a nice long shot. But the team kill. You hate to see it. Ultimately, going to drop down to Daxi. Ty still shooting against Argo. On the other side, SaChi looking to hold off the angle. Ty will win against Argo.
That's my
Ty coming
boy.
in big here. He's got to hit his shots, and he is hitting him well and truly hard. Meanwhile, SaChi going to come up for the rotation on the other side to lock down Ty. Distract him and go for the push-up. Ikazone, SaChi last alive for Global Breakout. It is 3v2. Defender's still in the lead. You still have Foom on the button. Still holding the bomb. Less than a minute remaining, though. But we do have Gravy on the other side holding off that angle. If Ikazo pushes it, has nowhere to go. But Ty's pushed down the other side. Is SaChi aware of that one? Is SaChi going to go for the button instead? Oh, maybe. Oh, this could be big. It's looking for the bathroom here. Ikazo trying to go for the shot towards Gravy, did not get the pick. But SaChi going to get a spot to counter as well. Here goes for the pre-fire. SaChi going to run through the barb, going to go for the button. It means it's going to be SaChi going to go for the push. We're trying to get the kill. It is all down to Gravy and Boom. Yeah, there's no time. They can get the button. They're not going to make it.
Yeah. Graves just got to hold
it. Yep, it won't matter. He has to hurry. Less than 5 seconds remaining to get on the button to defuse. It's too little too late here. At this point, they can go for an eco save. They'll take down Gravy on the push. They can go for the 1v1, but there's the Molotov. There you go. That's the round for the defenders here. Ikazo going for the shot across there. Did not get the pickup. But may just keep it safe for now. Has nowhere to go. Barbed wire holding in position. Oh, but boom! Will trace him down and take down Ikazo. SaChi last alive with the KR. That was all they get. No clacker either. That's going to be it. And so far, it's tied up 1-1. What a round.
Yeah, Ty absolutely tightening up that tie on his suit, looking good. Once again, getting those kills where it matters. He held it so beautifully in that office, able to hold those angles, keep him away from the button. Unfortunately, eventually he goes down, but he wastes so much of GB's time that there's just nothing they can do after that.
Exactly. It was a tight round. If I ever say so myself, it is his round, his map. You don't push him on his side. That is for sure. After a strong play there, strong read. I like the global breakout strategy there, but again, as I said before, it's execution. They kind of got held up. They weren't sure where to go. They weren't sure where to push from lobby, and they kind of just took too long to clear that up. If they just committed, went for it, they probably would have gotten it. But unfortunately, they didn't do it and cost them the round.
Absolutely. I gotta say though, man, Danger Doodles, they gotta just, I know we keep saying they gotta be aggressive, but I mean, not to your own teammates, man. We keep seeing so many team kills
That
coming
is
out from
true.
the side of Danger Doodles, man. Like, god damn, like Gravy this time around, just blowing out the brains of a Daxi there is like, okay, sorry, man, get out of my way, bro. I'm trying to get some kills here.
Oh man, there is nothing but ruthlessness from the Danger Doodle side there. They are drawing up as much as they can to try and stay alive here. And it's getting a little spicy over there. Some team kills definitely gonna hurt the economy as well. So it's important not to shoot your teammates. Of course, it's also a waste of bullets towards enemies. So not great in general to team kill enemies. But you know what? If you got the gun down, you got your aim down sights, you're gonna kill the guy. So if you take out a teammate, that's kind of how it goes sometimes.
Yeah,
You burn a little pasta. It happens.
Exactly, is what it is. And hey, they ended up coming out on top. So I'm sure Daxi isn't too mad about that. Now, if they had lost, then might have been some yelling going on, a couple of pans against the head. But hey, they won. So you know what? What's done is done. What's done is done.
But now on massive point though, massively a big dock here. Of course, at the point, I'm not sure why they're going for the boiler approach here. Not a bad call by any means, but it's going to be a tough one to hold. Defenders have a lot of good access points to this spot here, so very risky. But I almost think the counterplay in server farm, it's not a bad pincer maneuver, but it's going to be expected definitely by the defenders here.
Oh yeah, and it's also if they do end up going through that server farm, it's gonna be hard to push up into that office as well because there's so many angles to kind of hold it. You can just have someone chilling at that green door watching. So I'm gonna be interested to see how GB wants to play this. We do see a wide variety of weapons though. We got the KR and Plebdo, Domsy with the Black Tar, and then the rest of the gang are gonna be running the APs. So it seems like we're gonna be having more of like a skirmish kind of comp going on, right? Where they kind of really want to get in close, get those kills, and just like before you know it, everyone's gone. We're gonna have to see what they end up doing here. So we got a Kazo, SaChi, and
All right.
Domzi moving to that boiler. Meanwhile,
All right.
Argo and
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Plebdo moving into server
Here we
farm. And this
go.
just, once again, they give up so much
Hey.
of the map. No one's there to stop them. Adaxi, though, he's like, I'm not giving this red door. Trying to butt in a little bit. Ty takes the Domzi, though. Ty,
No,
dude, this guy is consistent, man. Ty.
Hi.
Oh, he's gonna go down though.
All
But
right.
he does go 2 for 1, so overall that's definitely worth it. But Argo was able to push it off because there's no one there to stop him. They're gonna kill the lights. We're dancing in the dark once again. And now once again, look at that. Danger Doodles are all kind of back against the wall, back against the dock, dare I say.
Here we go.
And they're kind of stuck there now, so they're gonna have to hold these angles if they don't want to lose this time around. Argo spraying through that office window, trying to get some.
Oh,
damn.
what a
He
peek.
almost shuts him down. He's like, Layla, you got a shot. Nothing.
All right.
In return, very nicely done.
Wow.
But Plebdo taken out by Foom.
There we
and now
go.
SaChi, last
Oh,
man
oh, oh.
standing. 1 on 3. Never mind.
Marbles.
It's just a 3 on nothing because he's
Jeez.
gone, baby.
Wow, what a round, what a play. Defenders just putting it down and just saying, no, this is our round, get out of here. And of course, Gravy team killing his teammates once again. That is indeed how it goes with Danger Doodles, of course, drawing up the Global Breakout team logo there and just burning it into a trash bin. Wow, what an amazing play there. What amazing hold. Just a really good counter execution there from the defenders. Ultimately just broke the attackers. That double kill, especially from Ty in the beginning, that
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
totally set the pace for that entire round there.
Bro, if Ty would have gotten that 3rd kill as well, he would have just gone down in the history books. That was such a nice play. Ty, once again, just popping off. Even if he always does end up dying in these rounds, he just gets these crazy, just essential kills at the start of the rounds, which allow his team to always just be like on a 1 or 2 man advantage and come out ahead. And you love to see it.
Indeed, you love to see it, and you'll love to be, of course, on the side of Ty, which is, of course, Danger Doodles up ahead now in the lead. Now on to, once again, to Operation Bishop Tusk, but with swap sides this time. So now it's Danger Doodles on the aggro. It's going to be on the defensive side, Global Breakout. And so far, they're expecting a bit of a mop play in office, going for the checkpoint peak. All right, that's certainly that's a call you can make. I don't know if I'd agree with it, but it's certainly something you can do. It's going to be kind of risky, though. But you know what? Sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. And you know what? They're going in deep with the gravy, you know?
They're looking to clear out the whole bakery with this one, man.
Oh.
And this is also kind of what we were talking about, right? This is also a bit of a gauntlet run, sort of, for Danger Duels, because we already said before, they kind of struggle a little bit on attack. They tend to fall up short. They always kind of, the nerves get to them, and then they end up kind of slowing down and not pushing their offensive, or they take peeks and trades that they really shouldn't. So it's really going to kind of come down to, we're going to see, are they worthy this time around? Now that Danger Doodles, not Danger, GB has kind of been pushed against the wall. Their backs are against the wall right now where they're like, damn, these guys are definitely looking to take this win. Let's see if they can maybe pop off more on this defense side. As we know, Plebdo, Mop, Menace. That's all I got to say. Plebdo, Mop, Menace.
Yeah, there's a lot of menaces with the mops, and right now this is going to be a very dirty floor for both teams, so they can definitely get some mopping done for sure. The question is if they're going to mop up the team or just mop up themselves, or just end up, unfortunately, as a pile on the floor, of course. But this, what is an interesting cave drawing here at Office? Lots of lines, lots of confusion, it looks like, on their approach here. But you know what? Maybe it works out for them, but they are definitely thinking of something, that is for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna need an anthropologist to analyze this for me. Okay, Akazo though, my man went a bit to its out of there. But just look at that. That's what we were talking about. They became wise to the fact that GB is so aggressive. They throw the smoke there because they're like, there's literally no world where Akazo doesn't try to go for a kill there. Tries to go for one and doesn't get it. Speaking of that, Plebdo doesn't get the kill either, but Akazo gets marbled. They hit, oh my god, they hit it with the crossfire. Akazo does go down, but Argo will take out Ty in return. Very nicely done. Plebdo's still holding that angle, waiting for a Daxi to peek. He's like, come on, Peekaboo, let's see what happens. He's just waiting for it. He
And
can't
ready.
quite get
Uh-oh.
it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's
All
just
right.
gonna
All
miss
right.
that shot, and
Oh,
now I think they're realizing
man.
that they need to switch up the plan a little bit. Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and breach through
Yep.
that kitchen. Gonna try and rush
There we
Domsey
go.
and
Uh-oh,
Argo here.
Domsey.
Molotov does go out, but Gravy,
Oh,
he's like, you can run as far as you want. You cannot escape my bullets. And he's
but
in the side now,
Argo.
but Argo's pushing up
Uh-oh,
behind him.
Argo.
Does he know?
Oh, he
Oh,
does,
okay, the
but
trade,
yet.
the double trade. SaChi gonna get that kill with the Molotov, very nicely placed.
Oh,
And now Adaxi just needs to get that kill on him, but he won't quite get it. And
oh,
now, boom, last man standing, 1-on-2. Plebdo went
uh-oh.
ahead and picked up that AP, realizing he's gonna have to get his hands dirty if he wants to win this one. But he might just let SaChi take it for him.
Oh,
Oh, just barely misses. SaChi can't
this is
do anything though.
close.
He can't get it. Plebdo's
Oh,
gotta move. Oh, I spoke too
SaChi.
soon. SaChi, very nicely done.
3K and the round in the bag for Global Breakout to tie it up. What a play there from SaChi. Good rotations, good calls there. An amazing pincer maneuver from the beginning offset brings it into a close round. And ultimately a win from the defenders there, as unfortunately the gauntlet run was not successful for Danger Doodles there.
Yeah, I will say though, they definitely performed a lot better than I honestly thought they would. If I keep it real around here, I keep it 100. I thought for sure that there was no way in hell that they were gonna get past checkpoint. There was a very nice plays. They had the mop chilling, watching that angle. They had a Kazo and Argo both on these both sides setting up that crossfire, but they did. I mean, they adapted quite well accordingly. They realized, damn, there's no way we're getting through checkpoint. Let's just get all our boys around, make sure we don't lose any more men than we have to. Get that kitchen door down, rush straight in, and it almost worked out. But unfortunately, SaChi was like, yeah, hi, you know I exist, right? Later.
Yeah, no, totally. It was a good read, good play there, and was just a really good. I like the mid change up there from Danger Doodles. There it was a good approach, good attempt. Ultimately, it was indeed also the counter to that one. SaChi brought back his position there in pillbox and just locked it down for the win here. But now on Operation Red Dayless with swap sides, how are they going to play this one? And it looks like they're going to go for a security breach, perhaps. Maybe even go for
Ooh,
hallway here. All right.
okay,
This
okay.
is a little, split push back on the other side. That's what they're doing here. You can see the little lines being drawn there on
Hmm.
the top side event. So, all right, looks to be an eventful one. I will say that much. But they're pushing through into the Vietnam of bank accounting.
Yep.
This is going to be a challenge for sure for this team, but they can do it.
Absolutely. I will say what's nice to see is that in this manager as well, it seems they've also kind of picked up on the fact that you can use those windows over in manager to kind of flash in. That way you don't have to just kind of run in through the vents and get absolutely torn to pieces. So definitely nice to see that they're observant about that fact. Lots of people who probably would miss that. So we're going to have to
Mhm.
see if this plan works accordingly. I got to say though, once again, it's going to come down to Argo in accounting. Can he find himself a good spot? And if he does find a good spot, can he hold it accordingly? Or, you know what? Maybe they decide we're going to store him in vault.
They could have put him in the vault just as a backup if need be, but I think the Argo counting system is going to be one that's going to be counting up the win here if they can get him in there in a good position. Rock on the auto shotty already. This is going to be a devastating one, but no, he's positioned in entrance instead, maybe making the run out towards accounting if need be, but they are all in on the red door breach here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess
Interesting.
he's just gonna chill there until they kind of start to realize maybe they're not actually coming through entrance, and then it's gonna come down to can he
Uh-oh.
rotate fast enough? Because look at that, yeah, they're just leading that
Ooh,
charge. What's
uh-oh.
gonna move it? Gonna kick down
There you
that first
go.
man. A Daxi
There
first
you
man
go.
in.
All
Gonna
right.
have I don't know who they're gonna have throwing that flashbang. Probably.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, okay. So Gravy will be the one tossing the flash. The flash is team in. But honestly, looks like they don't even need it really. They weren't
Yeah.
even expecting them to come through manager, and so they're
Uh-oh.
just gonna get on in and just like that, they have control of manager.
All right.
Go
All
ahead and
right.
move into accounting. Yeah, check your corners. That's good. That's what I
Here
like
we
to
go.
see. Get on in there. Plepto realizing he's in a
Um,
bad spot and he's got to go. Domsy will
oh,
be there with the cover fire, though. He's like, I got you, bro. Get out of there. Get back to a better spot. We need you alive for this one, soldier. And so he's going to get out of that one. Sprouts are being traded.
there's
Argo
the
is going to go
push.
down. They're rushing SaChi.
Oh,
2 members down on GB. Very nicely
here
done.
we
They have
go.
control of security. And
Uh-oh.
just like that, now they've got
Ooh,
GB kind of
all right.
boxed in here. Domsy, though, he's like, I will not be boxed in. I will not be held down. And he's going to go and rotate into
Go.
lobby. Akazo gets flashed, though, and he's going
Let's
to go
go. Let's
down.
go.
A Daxi
Come
takes
on.
him out nicely done. Now Plebdo needs
Let's
to
go.
hold close range with a mop. That's
Here
a
we go.
recipe
Oh,
for
a little
disaster.
risky.
But he is going to get out of there.
All
He's
right.
going to hit his shot, get marbles down pretty low. Not marbles. Okay,
Oh.
what was that? Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyways, too much action. Got to keep going. Domsy does go
Let's
down.
go.
Plebdo does
There
go
you go.
down
All
to his
right,
room,
all
though.
right, all right,
And
all
they're
right.
in the vault. Domsy trying to make something happen. He's stuck in a bad spot, though, and he's down.
Almost. That was a good approach there, good attempt, but really was just Danger Doodles setting the stage and just putting on a show for Global Breakout. Indeed, breaking through, taking the lead, once again, taking it back now 3-2 after an amazing split push there and ultimately a good counterplay. Global Breakout, I don't know why they thought entrance. They were so committed. They sent 2 barbs, 3 players there at the beginning there, just expecting everything to go entrance, but unfortunately for them, not the call.
Yeah, absolutely. But very nicely done by the. You know what? I think they heard me, man. They heard me saying that Danger Doodle tends to fall short on
Mhm,
attacking. They
mhm,
were like,
mhm.
okay, let me show y'all how it's done. Let me show how we do things around here over in Danger Doodle Town.
Yeah, quite literally showing them how Danger Doodles really do put on a show and indeed draw up their strats and work out well ultimately with good counters, good reads, and just good flanking there.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we are moving on to factory now.
All
Things getting
right.
spicy. Things getting spicy.
Yeah. And now on massive point, a point that will be massive in the history of this matchup here. Really is an interesting one to try and push and hold here from Boiler. We saw the dock push work out pretty. It kind of worked out well. They eventually locked it down for the win, but I'm thinking server farm Boiler split push. As long as they don't lose any obvious spot on the top side of Boiler, I think they can lock this down for the win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really going to come down to kind of, are we going to see a tie-esque kind of play, right? And yeah, you already see that flashbang. They're placing it, right? They're like, dude, there's no way they're not going to take that strat from us. So we definitely need to be careful about that. I do like definitely like you're saying that what we're seeing, kind of that dock push would definitely be interesting to see. And I mean, we do see that. Okay, so Foom has the mop. Gravy has the auto. Damn, they really got all the they got all the power weapons for them this time around. So I hopefully they definitely utilize it well. And if we do see that dog push kind of coming out, then that would just be a perfect angle for Froome to utilize with the mop as well. As keep in mind, in case you didn't know, the mop is a one shot pretty much anywhere on the body
Course.
to a defender. I think only the legs won't one shot them. So
Right.
that could spell disaster.
Yeah, especially on their angles there, where they're not holding the positions, it will be devastating. Attackers have a good setup here. The double split push. This is risky, but you know what? Sometimes you got to go all in to secure it. This is the last round, of course, of this set. So they have the utility, they have the purpose, they've got everything lined up. I think this is going to be good execution. It's going to come down to the defenders being able to move around. Flexibility and, of course, rotations are going to be essential.
Yeah, absolutely. 1 second in, here we go, baby. Okay, now
All
we got that
right,
little
let's
bit
see
of
what they can do.
defender setting up the nerve. Man, I'm sweating and I'm not even playing, bro. Like this is just not okay. This is way too close for me.
Yeah, this is going to be one to keep your eyes on. Let's see what they can do here. But equally, I like the defensive positions though. They got things lined up well. This is gonna be one for the record books.
Definitely. Yep. Okay, so we got marbles already
All
moving like
right.
that. My man was quick out of that truck. He's not wasting
Yeah.
any time, bro. He's sending it. So yeah, it's definitely looking like they're gonna go ahead and set up these kind of plays here in the dock area. We've got Ty and Gravy are gonna be biding their time, waiting to push the server.
All
Oh
right.
no. Okay, so they actually opted for
Hmm.
going through Boiler instead. Surprisingly, they don't have anyone waiting there at that kind of tie spot. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on. It's just a tie spot because that was such
All
a nice
right.
play. We gotta memorialize them somehow. Oh,
Mhm,
they wait
mhm,
for the
mhm.
double breach this time around.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
damn, they really do be
All
sending it
right.
last round, so you might as well do it. Now with that double reach down, though, they're waiting to get into server farm. They're kind of drawing the
Hmm.
attention of GB over, gonna hit the power. Night vision goggles going on. Bravo 6 is going dark right about now.
Mhm,
And they
mhm.
do have Boiler under their control. Marbles will be watching that angle with the Saber. And just slowly but surely, they're gonna be pushing their way up.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be one to keep your eyes on. It really is a slow but steady push through the spoiler here. I'm liking the flank up. I'm liking the angles hold as well from the defenders here. Drawing down the clock and forcing the attackers into a tough spot, but I like the good smoke. Here comes the push up from Ty as well. Eganzo going in deep and gets the kill on Ty there. But the trade-ups back and forth, it's really coming down to the wire here. Plebdo dropped by Zoom, though, on the other side, but taking a lot of shots. Don's about the UAV zap, but no, Gravies denies it. It is down to just the last two defenders here. Attackers have brought it in for the win here. So close, but Argo on the top side has to take down Zoom. And can he do it? So far close, but no cigar. But now Adaxi coming to support his teammate there, as Grieve on the bottom side could take down SaChi, but Argo playing a good support role as well on the other side. Drawn to a bit of a close for now, but so far time is running out for these attackers.
Yeah,
Coming down to the
absolutely.
wire here.
Ooh, shots getting
Ooh,
traded.
all
30
right.
seconds on the
Getting
clock.
risky.
Gotta get a
All
move
right.
on here. Argo and Sachi both realizing, yeah, well, they gotta come to us and they
All
gotta do
right.
it right about now. So they're gonna go ahead and hold the angle
Here
there.
we go.
Molotov does go down though. Adaxi looking to push things though,
All
but
right.
he's gonna go down to SaChi. And just like
Oh.
that, 19 seconds on the clock. I don't think there's really anything they can do here. They
Ooh,
might
all
just have to
right.
give this
All
round.
right.
But Boom's like,
Oh.
no, sir, I'm not giving nothing. They gotta go now in 2 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're out of
Uh-oh.
time now.
Uh-oh.
Now they're just gonna hunt down
Oh,
SaChi, bro. They're just
no.
like, kill him, kill this man. No,
Oh.
they're not. Oh, no, no,
What?
no, no
No.
way. Oh my
SaChi.
god.
What?
Oh my god. That is embarrassing if I say so
Wow.
myself.
Well, I
That's a
mean, it
yikes.
happened.
That's a yikes. That's really all you
You
can
know
say.
what? It happened. It is what it is, and Global Breakout are going to tie it up. And what a way to tie it on at the end there, ultimately running out of time. They had everything going their way. They had things lined up. They had the gunshots. They had things cleared up. Yet defenders did their job perfectly, and that is to ultimately spike the ball, keep calm, keep cool, let the attackers just run down the clock, and ultimately just ran out of time there. So well done there to the defenders, but attackers they got to get on move on and they got to go.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, once again, it's nice to see though. It's so damn close. I don't want to see Danger Doodles go, but if they just keep on trading like this, then sooner or later, I think GB might just hit 6 and win this thing.
Yeah. They're running down the clock, but unfortunately running down at time as well. Options are running light. Only 3 rounds left for the win here for Global Breakout.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so okay, we got a new bit,
Hammer
new
Bishop.
layout
All
here,
right.
new
All
layout here. Let's see
right.
what we got. Oh my god,
Oh, okay.
how many damn barbed wires these guys gonna be placing? What the
Now they
hell?
got all the barbed wires here.
They went to the store. They're like, I will be taking your whole
Uh,
supply. Thank you.
one of everything, please. And they oh, okay, they're getting rid of it
Okay,
now. That
okay.
okay, a little bit too barbaric perhaps to run it all in the castle there, of course. But I think it's gonna work out well. Interesting call. They're expecting double beach breach. Not a bad idea as well, but I kind of think the pit or the castle, excuse me, push on this side here.
Hmm.
It's a good idea if you can get it down fast and get through it quickly, but
Yeah.
it's going to be a challenge for sure. I think it's good for locking at angles, but you have the windows on the outside here of the castle to watch out for. So I think it's going to work out well, but it's going to come down to, as we said before, execution and adaptability mid strat is going to be essential for the win here. And I think Danger Doodles, they've had a bit of a mixed bag here on attacking. So
Mhm.
they can't. It's up in the air.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be tricky. I also feel like if you get into castle, sure, you've kind of got it, but like, what now once you have it? So you're still kind of funneling yourself through that little drawbridge because you can't jump through those windows. You can watch those angles, but other than that, you need to push through that drawbridge eventually. And there's so many angles that can just be held by the side of GB if they want to take you out. And look at that, they're looking to hold long angles. Look at that weaponry. They got what? They got
Mhm.
KR, 2 Ingmars, they got the mop, and then SaChi with his trusty Gruber. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they play this.
Yeah, this is going to be a challenge for sure. Let's see if they can accomplish this one. A lot of long weapons coming out, but ultimately it's going to come down to who can hit their shots and who can come out on top here. Looks like the split push here for the attack here on Beach. I like it. So far, Ty and Ultimate Gravy a little bit slow on the push there, but Adaxi and Marbles going for the aggressive base take here. So far, Ikazo though hiding out in the pit. Domzi as well in support. I do like Argo and Plebdo on the backside here, but will they be spotted by the players running on the other side? Looks like they're not. They're going to the charge on the other push as well.
Oh, the
It's actually playing a
door.
good rotation. This is very
Just
risky
shoot.
here.
Just
There
shoot.
we go. No, he's almost there. Almost tried to get a shot across, but does not get it ultimately. Plebdo and Argo holding up the angles well on the other side, on the right side, while on the other position there for the main to push. Marbles, Adaxi, and Zoom waiting for the time to strike here. Good shots from Marbles there towards Plebdo, but not enough for the kill. Definitely getting some damage mentally done towards Plebdo, but he's going to hold him in that box for now. But there you go, he escapes. He pushed through, but ultimately Gravy will
Hey,
take down Argo. Plebdo trying to go in to recover. Ty taking a
run.
lot of shot there. Oh, going for the pistol play now, getting pushed on multiple sides. Can he get it? The question on the other side, because the push is on the other position. Plebdo takes down Ty. Adaxi trying to go for the play here. Ikazo going for the push. Can he take down Adaxi? He will
Ooh.
take down Adaxi on the push. Zoom, though, going through the side of base here. We're going to go through jungle in the meantime, but Marbles coming to support the pit play here. Domzi holding off the angles and drops down Marbles. It is all down to just Zoom and the Kenoshi Kid, of course, being Gravy, trying to hold off in Castle. SaChi in the upper side of the button here. Ooh, he has to hold off this push. Ikazo gonna now push out of the pit here. Domzi still holding it upper jungle, and Zoom will take down
Okay.
SaChi for the button.
Grave has the
It's not gonna
mop.
hit the button.
Oh,
Oh, and the
no.
place! Gravy popping him with that mop. Now on the bomb here, Ikazo gonna try and drop down Zoom. It's Mop versus Saber versus Blacktar. Who's winning this battle? Ikazo has to get the shot onto Zoom. He has to zoom, and he will not get it. He gets it post defuse. Ultimately, will drop it, but at that point, yep, there you go. Gravy will escape with the mop. Ikazo keeps that. Actually goes for the KR instead. Is he gonna hunt him down? Is the question. Looks like nope. Gravy's gonna escape, and that is the end of the round.
Absolutely. The Kenosha kid, dare I say, is a kid no more. He's been battle tested, picks up the mob, and very nice kills coming out from him. And overall, they are going to take that round. Very nice to see.
Yeah, was a really good play there, really good execution on all sides and on all teams, but ultimately it was just a really good bit of luck there up on that upper jungle push to take down that player up there, SaChi. As soon as he was dropped, he could go in there, go for the defuse, and Ikazo tried to save it. He was just a second too slow. If he had pushed in a little bit quicker, I think he probably could have gotten it. Could have gotten pick two from ultimately Gravy, holding down that angle with the mop. So that's a tough one to try and bring it back from, but good attempt there from Global Breakout.
Definitely. Speaking of bringing it back, we do see Danger Doodle. Man, they are trying to bring this thing back, or dare I say, run the show because they are 4 for 3 and they will not be stopped lightly.
Indeed, it is going to come down to close rounds, and so far this game has been very, very close. Now in Operation Yankee Display, a map that's a little interesting on the storefront, very, very large, but also in charge. I like the shed spot as well, but Green Door Office, I kind of like maybe a breach on Office to storefront for a fast
Hmm.
defuse push.
Yeah,
Could be
that would
pretty
be
big.
cool. That would be pretty big indeed if they're able to just kind of get in there, get that wall charge down, and just shotgun the door to Teller immediately. Taking control of Teller, especially on this map, is so huge because just look at that peek hole that you can utilize. I mean, it's just, well, you don't even have to shotgun that there. Just straight up, just push that green door. I didn't even realize that at first because of
Hmm.
the little drawing that was above it. Yeah, if you can just get into Teller though, like that should be theoretically a free defuse. Hit that button as well. Have someone chilling on that outside area, right? Watch the storefront for you, and you
Yeah.
shouldn't have too much of an issue.
Yeah, I think definitely is going to be the case, and I think it's going to be what we're going to see here. I'm liking the strat call, though, from Freezer to go for Shed, actually, instead. That's going to be an interesting one to pincer as well, but how well it'll work with Office, the thing is they're expecting the Office play here.
Mm.
So the half pincer, it can work if they spread out into Storefront, but Storefront is going to be a death trap as well. So maybe the Gold Breakout can take this round here.
Yeah, I mean, do you see? Oh no, the menace, Argo.
Uh-oh.
Look what he's got in his inventory, man.
Oh, oh,
Uh-oh.
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 Yeah,
Rounds have been made.
uh-oh.
Rounds have been broken by this weapon. Argo on the auto shotgun is a force to be reckoned with. He can turn a round in favor of a team in an instant. And we'll have to see if he can do that now.
Yeah, this is going to be one to keep your eyes open. Oh, and Plepto, Argo
Oh!
going for the shots across. Takes down Marbles on the push. A lot of fire. They're coming in towards Argo and Ikazo. Able to escape Plebdo, taking his money and running with it. They will escape the freezer ultimately, and now wondering where to go. Do we go for storefront? Do we go for freezer? What are we even going to do at this point? Ultimately, they're going to go for that breach towards that freezer spot there. Looks like we do see the flank up from Ty as well. We do see as well Adaxi and Zoom holding out that angle on the green door. Ultimately, Gravy sneaking his around as well, Toy making a lot of noise though on that rotation, so Domsy should be able to hear this coming. Should go for the shot as well if need be. But we are seeing some good lines being drawn. Actually going for the charge here. Ikazo needs to be careful. They're going for the pre-fire there through Arcade, going for the angle there. Did not get the kill, of course. Original breach in freezer. Ikazo will go for the drop, and he will get the kill into Adaxi. Argo rotating as well for a potential push. But Zoom is on the other side trying to take down Ikazo and will not get it. So far, Ty and ultimately Gravy trying to go for Domsy with a good Molotov. Will get pushed by Ty, but will he get the kill? No, Ty will drop him instead. But Plebdo will get the pick on a Zoom on the other side. It's down to Ty and Gravy on that left side push to keep it alive for the Danger Doodles. So far, not going their way, but let's see if they can bring it back in here. Ikazo with the flank. SaChi holding down the angle well here in Teller for that office rotation if they do go for it. And indeed, Gravy is going for it. See him going for the slow pusher. He's going to go for the breach. As soon as he does it, it's going to be ultimately SaChi with a Molotov right in his face, right in his feet. There's the breach. There's the pushing. There's the kill. Oh, Gravy. Just serving him up like gravy quite a little bit. There you go from behind. Ikazo gets the drop, and hopefully Plebdo cleans it up with taking out Ty, and it's going to be a tie, 4-4.
I mean, once again, that was that aggressive plays that we've been talking about, right? They just straight up bust the freezer door open. They're like, yo, watch this. You can come out of that truck, but you're not getting back in it. That's for sure. Open it up. They just spray them down. I'm honestly surprised that they end up still using that. I think they used the door charge on the actual freezer door. I'm not sure why they did that because you can just click F and open it once they've actually shotgunned it open. But hey, at least now they won't be getting a charge themselves. Unfortunate, the push didn't end up working. They just were not expecting it. And it's a little bit, it sucks to see because like so far, the side of Danger Duels has been so good at anticipating those like really aggressive plays that tend to come out from Global Breakout. Once they slip up, they fall short.
Yep, and indeed they have fallen short on that last round. But now on Operation Orion Badge, the last new map in this match here for Game 3. This is an interesting one. I like the brick house bomb isn't bad by any means. Kitchen, interesting angles. Of course, there is that open spot to shoot through in the bottom there. But I'm interested with the club and backstage as an access point. It's interesting with the red door in hallway to try and run through fast in kitchen or go for the pre-shot as well through that angle there. It's going to be tough to hold off for attackers, at least on that spot there, but equally defenders. I like the positioning that they can go for lockers. Looks like SaChi's drawing some clear pre-fire lines for the red door push into club, which looks like they're expecting.
Yeah, this map already definitely looking like knack heaven as well. All these walls that you can just shoot through with it. We're going to see a whole lot of spraying going down. Argo still has that auto shotty as well, so this might just be the map where he pops off.
Indeed. The knack is a map, well, it's a weapon, not a map, that is going to be very, very heavily used here and very, very effectively used.
When can we get that?
Yeah, knack map when. Well, and basically now we have a map that is entirely knack dominant, potentially at least. AP as well is going to be super strong on this map, shooting through a lot of cover and shooting a lot of positions as well. So it's going to be double-sided, but equally, I think defenders, if they can position themselves well a little bit off meta, they're going to be devastating to try and push against.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just look at the SaChi drawing those
Oh,
pre-fire lines. He's like,
wow.
"You guys better watch this, or we're gonna have an issue. We're gonna have a big issue."
Yeah, no, they're ready to go, and they are just ready to drop these players through the walls here. Indeed, it's like the Swiss cheese. Of course, if you're not new or if you're new to due process, Kill House is a map and tile set that is very, very thin walls. And it's meant to be a thin kill house around the sides. They're throwing the flash on themselves. Don't mind the defenders there goofing about. But yeah, it's very, very thin. You can shoot through the walls, which means teams will oftentimes shoot through, try and take each other out through long distances there, compared to something like Factory or Kill Dome, as we saw previously.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, already. There we go. They opened the
Okay.
door. They hit him with the 1-2 again.
Wow.
They didn't see it coming. Come on, you gotta expect these kinds of things.
Mm-hmm,
They will not get a kill, but a little bit of damage does
All
come
right.
out. Marbles was taken so incredibly low, so it's definitely gonna have to be careful moving forward. Adaxi, Gravy, and Ty, meanwhile, looking to
Here we
burst
go.
into
All
the
right.
kitchen. They're looking to rush Argo. Can they get him? A little bit of wallbang coming out. Argo gonna go ahead and fall back on Castle there. Oh no! But Argo shoots his boy in the head, and Ty finishes it up. But SaChi's like, you're not coming in here, not today, my guy. And he's going to go ahead and take out Gravy, but Plebdo will be taken out in return, meanwhile, by Zoom. Very nicely done. Marbles moving up with that mob. He's like, guys, come on, let me get some action too. I'm trying to see something. And it's all
Yeah.
down to SaChi with the trusty Gruber. Just gonna try and get something. Nothing really going to connect, though. They're going to shotgun that door right now. SaChi realizing he's in a bad spot. He's about to run into the arms of... No, actually, never mind. He won't be able to run into the arms there of Zoom. But he's just going to pre-fire a little bit. Taking a bad spot. They're going up against Ty.
Oh,
Going to take out
all
Ty.
right.
Defusal has started.
Oh, it
He's
ain't
going to
over
move in.
yet.
Can he take out Adaxi, though?
Oh.
He's not quite going to get it. And he just gets
Oh.
shotgun to the chest. Good night, my boy.
Oh.
And this round goes to Danger Doodles.
Well, what a crazy round there on the push and defensive sides there, but ultimately it was just a really, really good read, good counterplay there, and just a really, really good strat call from the attacking side. The defenders positioned themselves well, but ultimately just could not keep down a strong Danger Doodles side there. Push.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, poor Pleb, though. He's been yearning for his mop these last couple of rounds. He's like, please give it back to me. Please.
Well, it is at least the last one, last set coming up now, so he will have the option of using it back. Potentially, but it's going to be a long shot indeed. So far ahead, though, Danger Doodles coming in 5-4 into the last set here. This is going to be an interesting one, and
Oh,
definitely one
yeah.
to keep your eyes on with swap sides here on a map that was interestingly played before, Hammer Bishop, a spot that's going to be very, very interestingly pushed. I'm thinking a pit push, but they
Okay.
know to go castle instead. Okay, they're going for the same
All
strat.
right. Okay. Well, hey, if it doesn't, if it works, dude, I forgot. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not even gonna try anymore. I had a saying, it's not gonna work out. So yes, they're gonna do the same thing. We'll just go with that. If
Yeah,
it ain't broke, they'll fix it. There we go. I found it finally.
there
The
you go.
gears
There
were
you go.
turning. The gears were turning, man. It's been a long day.
It has been. It's been a long, crazy setup on these two teams battling together here. And it looks like we're seeing good call out and pre-fire lines as well from the defenders. We're going to take
Yeah.
down the potential castle pushers. So the call in is being made, and defenders are getting the strat called here by the attackers.
Yeah, definitely. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they end up playing this. Obviously, your usual barbed wire going down to stop that push, and it will be interesting to see how well DD can hold this. They've been known they're very good on defense, and they've shown us that damn they're kind of cracked at attacking too. But will it be enough?
That is a good question. I think they have the potential to do it, but equally, I think defenders are in a really, really good spot here. If they can break the team early on, they've got the W. Danger Duels, they have really, really good positioning, good strats. They are just one round away from match point to move it into overtime here, potentially. Global Breakout, they have got a lot. They're going to have to adapt in a tough position here. If they go
Oh
for the
yeah.
split push, it can be effective, and it looks like they've changed the plans. They're going to go for the pit push instead
Hmm.
of going for castle. I like this change up of plan here. The pit is a kind of a unique spot here where you have a lot of good flexibility to go into base or go into jungle and have that good kind of pincer maneuver there. It's not a full pincer of 90 degrees, but still it is a good split push there that can be very effective if done right.
Absolutely. GB just shown that they love being under the pressure. They love being in the heat. They love
Oh,
going through that pit, even though most teams would be like, dude, I'm not stepping foot in there. I'm not stepping foot in the kitchen. But if it's too hot, you got to stay out. But it ain't too hot for GB. But actually, they're like, you know what? Maybe it is a little too hot. We're not going to use it. And they're going to go beach instead. They will breach beach and go beach. They drop the smoke down, looking to rush things through, while Akazo and SaChi are going to chill and wait a little bit, let the rest of their team make some noise and give them an opening to move in. Actually, surprisingly, Gravy is the only one in castle, and he's not even on like a high position. So he's just going to kind of be ratting it out there in the corner and just chill while the rest of his team holds down pit. Grenade going out to clear any barbed wire and any enemies there, but the Molotov just get thrown down to stop the push.
Yeah, I'm liking this good push and hold. The defenders have rotated in a really, really good way. I like the last second change up to go for Castle instead of going for the pit instead. But SaChi will get the drop there onto ultimately Gravy on the other side. Well, Zoom tries to get the kill there. Ultimately, Domzy will take down Zoom. But Adaxi taking the distraction really, really well from Domzy and Plebdo. Trying to battle this 1v2 here at the moment. Trying to go for it, but ultimately Plebdo will get that kill into Adaxi. Good teamwork there, taking him down. There is the power being played. It is lights out. It is going to be Ty last alive with marbles here. 2v1. SaChi just dropping, melting Ty. Marbles trading onto Domzy. It is down to just a 3v1. Marbles getting pushed. Can he get the pickup on SaChi? He does get the pick on SaChi. Now down to Plebdoni because they'll last alive. Top versus Saber. It's going to go down to the Saber.
Yeah, Plebdo, man. Plebdo was like, SaChi, give me that mop now. He sent his attack dog out. He's like, give it to me now. And he just sent them out there. Very nicely done, though. Oh my God. GB gonna take this round. They are just one round away from closing things out.
Yep, they have really done a good job locking things down, locking the positions, locking down the flanks, and it was a really good play by the defenders. Not enough for the win, but Adaxi and Zoom playing a good position. They're trying to hold off the push. Global Breakout had the strat called. They almost faked like a counter play there to go to pit instead, but ultimately it seems like Danger Doodles, they kind of expected, maybe last second they're going to go pit push. I try and go for that call, and just Global Breakout played the mind games well and broke them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And now 5-on-5 here. Things are so damn close. I'm telling you, man, I saw a pattern. Last week, we had the same thing going on, man. Boxing fellow, they cast the longest match of their lives. We follow up. We have such a long match. Today was the exact same thing, and it's just an absolute banger.
And yep, it is. Might I remind you, we are one round away from the win here for Global Breakout. It is
Yep.
two away for the tie up to go into overtime for Danger Doodles here. So it is down to these last two maps here. Who wins it? Who breaks it? It is all down to this C-Store and Kill House.
Yeah, absolutely. My God. Oh, I was kind of hoping for a Nimrod trigger. That'd be amazing,
Yeah,
though.
that would be
That'd be so crazy if
right.
that was like the deciding round.
I mean, Yankee Display is not bad either by any means. It is a big
That's true.
storefront, good angles, good flanks. This is a map that's got it all, and it had that crazy peak from Fraser.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. I'm curious to see if maybe the sides of Danger Duels are gonna try and do like the similar kind of thing, or if they're gonna be like, yeah, we're not gonna stoop that low. We got our own plans cooking.
Mm-hmm. Get the good flexibility, and this is a map, and I like the strat here actually calling for the storefront breach, maybe shed. I think they're kind of mulling over both ideas and concepts here, but it looks like defenders are expecting the storefront breach here as a possibility. They're leaving freezers open for I guess flanking perhaps. They're going for the push on the outside, a little risky, but you know what? Sometimes you got to do that to win. But it is down to the wire here with Global Breakout being on their preferred side of attack. This is going to be a very, very big challenge, but I think Danger Doodles can bring it in to go to potentially game overtime, maybe. But
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is one of those times where it's like you really need to find that balance, right, between something that's just absolutely crazy and out there and a safe play. You can't obviously play it completely safe. You're just going to get ran down by GB, who loves just being, like we said before, as aggressive as possible. But you also need to you don't want to be too crazy, right? Like I was saying, like, I don't know, open the shutters and everyone runs outside and try and get some kills, try and get an ace like that.
yeah,
So you got to really kind of find that balance, find what works, and then play accordingly.
exactly. And it is both teams, I think, at this point can do it. It's just going to come down. It's going to come down to ultimately who can flank, who can kill, and who can secure the position and secure the bomb for the win. Plain and simple.
Yep.
Whether it be
Absolutely.
defenders, whether it be attackers, it doesn't matter. It just comes down to who's got the guns up, who's got their strats up, and who can be the most adaptable in impossible odds here
Yeah.
as they
Wait,
go out and leave
hold
for the
up.
push here.
Domsey with the mop?
Or
What?
with the, on C-Store of all maps, he is
Not
going
only
to be
that, though,
committed.
Klepto doesn't get it. What happened there?
Because of Domsey's double sniper on the outside, they are committed to storefront, which is going to be expected by defenders. But Argo is also holding up the red door as well. SaChi, they are going to go for the split push, and freezers as well. They're committed. They're going all in. That means they're going to have no utility, I think, on the third one. But in any case, we'll see if they can win this one.
Absolutely looking to run the double flash thing, and now a Gravy trying to just cut him down to size.
Oh!
No! He gets taken out, though, by the nade, blown to bits, the shrapnel in his chest. He's not recovering from that one. And now they have control of Freezer and Storefront. They're looking to run things down, but Ty, he's on the scene, but he's going to go down. And ladies and gentlemen, it might just be looking like GB is going to take this round. Okay, hold up, though. Fuma's like, not just yet, sir. We're not going quietly. They're going to start the defusal process, Fume.
All right, all right.
Get in there, though. It's going to be close. Adaxi biding his time. Foom trying to get some pot
Okay.
shots off. Oh, Domdi
Oh.
gets a Daxi. It's all up to Foom.
Oh,
It's
oh,
now or never. And he
oh!
goes
That's it.
down. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, Global Breakout will be moving on to the semifinals in the losers bracket and securing themselves another shot at the finals.
GG's, well played to both teams, but it was ultimately Global Breakout with the double aggressive strat here. They had one to win, they knew it, and they were committed, and they went all the way for the victory there. GG's, well played to both teams, but it will eventually be Global Breakout securing the win here. A fantastic set through all three rounds here, and especially round three there, and at the very end especially, this is down to who could execute and who could commit, and it really came down to, and it was, Global Breakout securing the win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both teams playing out their hearts. It was very, very nice to see. But GB does come out on top at the end of the day. However, I don't believe that anyone expected it to be this damn close.
Yeah, that was well, certainly a crazy conclusion by all means, but well deserved and well earned from Global Breakout there.
Oh my god. And now we're gonna be seeing if we
Wow.
can get a bit of an interview going here. Let's take a peek.
All right. Well, while we get things set up for the interview, weapon wise, do you see anything, any players before you even start with the interview? Were there
Hmm.
any team members on both sides that were you thought were the MVP?
Oh, okay. First of all, Danger Duels. I didn't even think I gotta say it. Ty,
Mhm.
come on.
Yeah.
Even yeah, even though Ty, he goes, his KD is like one, right? He went 10 for 10. He still was just making such monumental plays for his team. We even see opening duels. He wins 3 out of 4 because he finds these crazy spots to kind of like hunker down and chill. And even when it's not an opening kill, it's these like kills mid round that just sow so much doubt into the minds of GB, where they're like, "Damn, this plan's about to flop." And then they're just able to capitalize so well on that. And on the side of GB, I got to give it to Argo. Even though this time around he didn't perform too well going 3 and 10,
Mhm.
there's been so many rounds where his like these rat strats work out so perfectly and he's able to pick up so many kills just like that.
Indeed, I gotta agree. Ty was a fantastic player. Argo as well, were able to just clear the house, clear things up, and do an amazing job there. We're now going to bring in our interview person for today. It's going to be D16 coming in from Global Breakout. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty okay. I think I lagged through half of that question, but I think I pieced it together.
It's a certified Discord moment. It happens to everybody. We've all had a little bit of issues with Discord here and there. Anyways, game one there. Gotta ask you, what were your thoughts coming into this series, going against Danger Doodles?
We know they're a tough team. We know they're starting to hit their stride, and we knew it's not going to be an easy one for us. We just wanted to kind of go out there and play as well as we can. And we had a
Mhm.
lot of solid rounds there, had some not so solid ones, but ultimately game one went our way, and so that's all you really need.
Okay,
You
I
know.
feel that. And I mean, that
All
kind of
right.
ties into my question as well, because it's like after the, dare I say, like stomp that you guys had the other day, did you guys think it was going to be this damn close? Or were you guys just like, no, we've got this. It's going to be tough, but we definitely got this.
It's it's always gonna be tough. No one makes it easy for you. Everyone wants it as bad as you do.
All right, respectable.
That is true. That is very, very true. And I gotta ask, after game one was a pretty close one, but it looks like, it was a good game overall. Who do you think, rather, what was your opinion on that game there after game one?
I uh, I was out of it entirely game two. I wasn't really there game one mentally either. I
Mm,
was just
bit of a warm up game for you.
yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. I
I
mean, it
mean,
happens to everybody.
Yeah.
I kind of got back to myself by game three, but for the most part, I was really holding us back during those games.
Well, it happens to everybody, of course. And, you did a good job despite that and still kept it going. Game two, though, do you think that's when you kind of came alive and really kind of started to put on a show?
I had 13 kills, so I definitely think so.
Yeah, I'd say you definitely earned it. Echo, any questions?
No, man, I think you about asked everything I was looking for.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask you one final question. What was your biggest takeaway from this matchup you just played against Danger Doodles here?
Keep working on
Anything?
endurance. You know,
Endurance. That's
gotta
an
keep working
important
on it.
part. Yeah.
We've
No. It's def-
uh we figured we can claw back from most situations, but just like how many times can we claw back from situations? And how
yeah.
how can we avoid from putting ourselves in the situations we have to claw back from?
Yeah. That is an important part of the game, of course, endurance, because it has been a long time playing and a long continuous amount of gameplay as well that will wear you down, of course, and that is important to keep in mind. So, with that being said, I think I've just asked about all my questions. Echo, you got anything else you want to ask him?
No, man, I think we're good here.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in, of course. last up, and I guess in conclusion, that is it for today's games and for this weekend's broadcast. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Of course, big thanks to Roach for production. Of course, Sinister Love as well on the cams. Me, except for Stuff Shark. And, of course, Echo running the other side, running the beautiful sides of the mic, working together great. Everybody doing a fantastic job. Thank you all for watching, and thanks for listening. We'll see you all next week with another set of amazing matches. You're watching the Due Process League. Thanks for watching.